as well. So okay.
Later on, yeah. Just don't put it in the beer, and then that's alright.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
He was talking about tequila shots as he can get.
How's that for the bloody drinking problem?
No way.
What happened in the cruise fight?
He won.
He won.
It was close.
Split.
We're not live, eh?
I was a little bit biased.
Eh?
I was hoping that, and he looked like everything was
Should we
going well,
start now?
and the decision got it announced. It was split.
How loud can we go? Will be a bit chopped, but it's all good. Cool.
I might pour this beer into a red cup so everyone knows what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I might do the same.
They got me.
Yeah, I might do the same.
That's a good idea, right?
Yeah, it's a damn good idea. Thanks.
I was already gutted. You already tokened me on the beer shot before.
That's a great idea.
That's really good.
You know, because we've been hanging out with Richie Hardcore. What's he gonna think?
It's eliminated in that cup.
Exactly.
2 weeks later, he's just like, who is this?
What's his first fight as well? I mean,
Wreckage.
Wreckage is top middleweight.
And the
guy.
hammer.
Oh fuck, this is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah.
Tell us
this
when
is
we're
him-
going live, and we'll just rip into it.
This is him coming
Okay.
back from his 2 broken knees.
Oh my god.
First one back.
Alright, here
no,
we
I
are
think I had
live.
one already, but-
At Isaac's crib with a few special guests. Myself, Isaac Savage, professional MMA fighter John Brewin, social Soph, and Mr. Miyagi, the legend himself. 99 fights, 1 more to go to a Hyundai. Garish Ray. Welcome everyone. What's up, bro?
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers. Thanks for coming over, everyone. Too. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So,
We don't have the volume too loud because we'll get taken off. But this is a good fight up next, and so good to have everyone over here.
What happened in Santos' last fight? I didn't even know he fought last.
I thought he fought someone after his knee reconstructions.
Yeah,
How good was that fight against
against
Jones?
Yeah, against Jones.
Can we just rewind a second to Kaikara, France, man? Holy shit.
Oh, yeah,
Spending
wow.
a week with him last week. You were grappling with him. Is he that strong? Or is he just a good striker or both?
He's strong, but like for a flyweight to have like that kind of power, it's ridiculous.
Have you taken a hit from him until on the chin?
He don't get hit
So he's
at
No, I definitely have. Like he's small, but he like you see the way he fights. Like he like turns his overhands. Like he jumps into his left hooks and things like that. So he's got like a real like classic New Zealand kickboxing style. Overhands.
But is he too little for you to spar and wrestle with most of the time? Or?
I think like playfully we get it in, but like we don't when it's closer to fights for him. I don't trouble him with some of these like his toys.
You're the meat, you're the punching bag.
Yeah, I'd rather just be taking
You're the crash
shots.
test dummy.
I've tried to choke him from the back a few times, like that guy had that position. His defense.
How good was that
Yeah,
team?
like his hand
Oh.
fight was just ridiculous. So yeah, no, that was pretty classic Kai there. And then like gets up with what, like 15 seconds to go.
Oh,
Like how much time does that guy need?
Well, you're pretty good
don't
about
blink. Don't blink. That's a good ring name.
You good on him, man. Good speech at the end, I think, and everyone back home. It's quite strange watching UFC and hearing New Zealand mentioned, but Carlos though, bit of a
that's like that. You know, he looks
Yeah.
like he keeps saying so.
He came out so hard in that first round.
indeed.
It looked so good.
Yeah, it's probably, I can just first time UFC each other. It's a lot. Hey, just.
I think
The,
they might
and the
have felt
contender,
it
he doesn't have to worry about all of the feed like the feedback off his performance. But this, and he'd have expectation on himself as well.
The thing is, how the fuck did that guy keep standing after all those hits?
Mm.
But we were talking about earlier, most normal people, mere mortals, would go down, but these guys are all athletes. Right?
Yeah,
They've been hit.
they're all top echelon. They're they're next level, and they're all like Carlos is next level as well, but everyone is
to make the UFC.
When you're working within that 1 percentile, anyone will go on the day. They're all specimens. Carlos is a specimen. Everyone's a specimen at that level.
So who are we backing in this one?
Look, I know more about Thiago, you know, the ex-military paratrooper. He fucking gave Jones such a good go. I would back him in this, but the other guys are
Rakic. Oh, you
really?
hear
I don't know nothing about Rakic.
Lionheart said he took, who is the Cuban guy? Hector Lombard. He said he took like 20 plus kicks in the league from him and he could still walk around.
But Hector Lombard's like a middleweight.
He took 2 kicks from Rakic.
Oh, and that was it.
And he couldn't, he's in a wheelchair.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm maybe just looking at what I know and the physique of look at, he's got a hammer
Yeah.
tattooed on his body.
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
I do want Rakic to win so that we get a new contender, you know, like we
Yeah,
had
that's
Santos
cool.
at the top of the hill, but I want to see Rakic have his crack at the top. You know?
Totally. I don't want to see Santos turn into that gatekeeper though.
Yeah. That's another good point.
But he's got the hammer on his chest for a reason.
It's a bit better of a tattoo than old Brock Lesnar with the sword, right?
Yeah, the sword looked like a
Yeah. yeah, I'm glad you said it right.
Oh, that might be generational though, because I'm sure Excalibur was there somewhere.
See, Brock did monster some people, but damn, that tattoo away does look like it.
I've been making fun of that tattoo since he was in the WWE. You know? I mean, when it was like...
Alistair Overeem took the sword out of the stone.
I remember watching that. That was like prime, the least amount of testing the UFC had at that stage.
That was right after Alistair came off the horse meat.
Yeah. And like he's so massive and just ragdoll from. I've never seen anything like that.
I was saying earlier, G looks like a slimmer version of old Alistair Overeem, mate. Less scars.
I see it.
Back when he was too underweight for Chuck.
Ubering.
Gangly.
Yeah.
Floppy ring.
It's crazy to see him like that now. I like see him fight back in Pride when he was like 200 pounds.
He's been like 3 different people.
Yeah, true.
He's been like
Where's he gonna
wiry
go
Muay
next?
Thai guy from like going under the weight division that he, and then he just went to like horse meat.
Yeah, just like the clinch of doom, like
Yeah.
in the middle was crazy, man.
Where do you think he's going to go next, though? Now that he's been chopped from UFC, is he going to
I
go
thought he-
PFL? Is he going to go Bellator? Or...
I thought that was him shutting the. I thought he was.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, UFC's the top, right?
Yeah, but everyone will do dollars over cents, right? So more than
Yeah, for
BKFC
sure.
offered him like
If
$1 million.
it was a money thing, and I think maybe who is this Santos? I think he's
Santos.
Oh,
he's
JDS,
gonna,
yeah.
JDS. He's gonna keep fighting, but I think Reigns. He's had a pretty long, good run.
I feel like he's got $1 million on the table.
Yeah, I think he's got plenty of cash.
And I think he gets one fight in wrestling.
Yeah,
Or
and
against some
Oh
sumo.
man, chucking him in a field.
yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
For a throwback, and those two guys.
If people are going to pay money for Chuck Liddell and
Yeah.
Tito in
Oh.
the state that they were in,
Tito's still got the speed. You
Yeah.
know? His chin's gone.
they're still competitive.
What do you guys reckon on this fight? Because we're a bit distracted from
I'm-
reading the horse meat.
I'm-
I mean, it's not as, well,
They're
obviously it
both,
sounds down. It's still action-packed, but I don't know. It seems pretty well contested so far.
yeah.
Nice kicks there
Don't
from
know
Riddick.
what kicks. Yeah.
I mean, although I don't know a huge amount about Riddick, he seems to be taking it. He's taking it, Santos.
Rakic is a beast.
He's got that like long cover like you do.
Yeah, like he's got that long guard kind of thing with his
Yeah,
left hand.
rather than like in real close.
They both got good distance time.
I was actually feeling a bit nervous today with all the events, especially with like Izzy against Jan. It's not an easy fight, is it?
Oh,
Clip once by Jan, man. Like
so many variables. So many variables.
I mean, Izzy's got everything to take him out, but Jan's just a beast. And he can take the hits, right?
How long has he had the belt for?
Jan? Only
just got it.
I think he just got it.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Just got it. This is gonna be his first defense. I think.
Ooh,
Dominant
he won't want to
range,
lose it then.
Yeah, he got it. That was for vacant.
Yeah. He got rid of him pretty quick too, man. He's had some good quick knockouts on him.
This is a bit of a chess match so far. I mean, like, they're both just going back and forth. Usually Santos walks and smashes people down, but he can't seem to do it for it.
You don't really want to risk that with someone that could probably do the same thing to you. And you saw in the Jones fight, Santos has a whole lot of power.
Is that the one where Jones broke his toe? And he looks down at his toe and he's like...
Nah, that was Chael. But Santos was probably the only person that probably had more power than Jones.
Jones though, he does a lot. It's easy for me to sit on the couch and say he does a lot of talking, but he talks, but he hasn't fought for ages, though. He's
Yeah, he's doing his whole transitional phase.
When is he fighting again? Like 2022?
I don't think he's actually given a...
If I put money on it, I reckon his next fight will be against Israel.
What, in December?
What about the but something has to happen with Stipe and Ngannou, right? So what happens with the result of that, and then Izzy will go with maybe whatever.
I feel like
happens with that.
100% if Izzy gets the nod tonight, we'll be seeing Israel heavyweight. Like, it's just like I just feel like Israel's that kind of good.
I kind of feel like, and you've got way more know from like being in touch with him every day. But
you
I
do
feel
round
like that's.
More similar with Kai, like on the playful side outside of camp. Funny story actually, like one time before he fought Romero, it might have been like 10 weeks before his fight with Romero. I got a couple rounds in with him.
How was that?
And it was good, it was very playful, and Israel's all about tricks, tricks and setups. Like he's really not trying to... Especially outside of fight camp, he's not trying to beat you black and blue just because he can and get his heart out. He's really just focused on setting up his traps and refining everything and making it a good experience for both of you kind of thing. Well, that's how it felt for me. And like if he gets me with one, like he tricks me, he lands a clean shot, that's a good one, And I landed a couple, like got him with a fair trick, you know what I mean? I've only got a couple, so once those were gone, that was it.
So what you tried to do or set up in the next just didn't work because he already
he's the type of guy who makes an adjustment straight away, and like
Speed
that's
of thought.
it. Like so, if you're faking down with the right hand to the body kind of thing, and you fake it, you're gone. You land maybe a couple straights.
Put that in the bank.
Yeah, and then here's a straight right to the body. You throw the right hook to the body, and like they're not really landing. And then maybe you dip in for a takedown and throw that overhand.
Yeah.
And you might like just graze him at the end of it, and he'll like point, okay, good shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's gone. Never again will I. Like his eyes will remember it.
Yeah.
But then I caught him about 2 weeks before the Romero fight. And without Jim, you're picking your sparring partners when you're getting close. You know? All the coaches are picking for him, and he asked me for a round and told me, let's go. And just beat the crap out of me. It wasn't malicious, but like.
We're on the field. Overhand.
Yeah, probably his name back is I remember that time, no chance. I probably threw that and missed
I'm an elephant.
And then I was like, oh man, let me shoot a takedown. And that went terribly for me. He scored on me, he's on top of me, beating the crap out of me, he lets me up, he takes me down. And I remember walking away and being like, coach, what went wrong? I was talking to Mike Amrod and he was like, he's 2 weeks out. You know what I mean?
Good luck.
He didn't give me any technical pointers. He just said he's 2 weeks out and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So it was one of those.
I was seeing this thing. Shane Young was giving a commentary on their last Spider or whatever. He's like, it was like seeing a symphony, and but he's like, I didn't want to be part of it. I just took a step back, watched this like maestro go to it.
Yeah, like
just bodies getting flung.
You see it with guys like especially those really top championship guys who've been in there for 5 rounds. Israel, Volkan, Dan. Like you can see it when they do a 5-round spider, like how mentally strong.
Go to another.
And you can see like the boys are, when they first come in and do a spider, they just come to the gym for a fight. And then by the end of it, you can see the difference in them. 8 spiders like that, and it's Brad and Dan putting you through.
And they carry you as well.
Out of all the people you spoke about, like Izzy, and then being in Bali overseas and whatnot, like was he by far the best that you've ever been in there with?
I've never seen anything like it. You know what I mean? And I'd say the same for all these UFC guys. Like it's just like,
What about Riddell? Is he just?
oh,
You guys do some good rounds.
yeah,
Even though he's smaller.
we've had some good rounds because we're similar, same weight class and everything. But man, like people don't know how good
He's
his
a
grip
stab.
and
Yeah.
how strong he is. Like how good his like anti-wrestling is. He's such a workhorse. Man. He's
Is that
such
his
a
name?
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Did you see?
yeah, I went
Brad
over and
swimming?
watched the Spider this morning. So it was Brad
Brad and Shane Young.
and
is
Shane.
his partner.
Yeah, and they were
Amazing.
crazy.
Brad is like
It's
Brad
insane.
won't never show any weakness. He's
No.
never laid.
Yeah.
Very principled.
The ultimate stoic guy.
Yeah, stoic.
yeah.
Exactly. Perfect word for it. Tough as man. Like,
But like
Yeah,
super
he's a-
respectful to all you guys who
Yeah,
show up
yeah.
on a Sunday morning to pretty much just get
Yeah.
thrown to the
But
ground
they're his
over
bodies.
and over
They're his
again.
bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying to Soph, like Brad is like, he's like he can't take it. Like if you miss a spider for somebody else, and then it's your spider the next day, Brad's gonna call you up. You know, Brad's gonna make sure that if you expect help, you
Yeah. You
Doesn't
gotta
matter,
turn
like,
up. Yeah.
yeah, no.
But that's what the
excuse, you
team.
know
But
what
I
mean?
heard this
That's
wicked quote today.
That's what makes you guys.
Culture kills strategy, and the culture at CKB is like you guys are such a family, eh? Like
I think it comes from Eugene and all the coaches. It comes from that top down. You know what I mean? And obviously, like all our coaches from CKB, they come to that Balmorley down in Malone. Like, and you were with us the other day training with Lolo, and the way he is, kind of thing. Like,
Well,
it just emanates from
And all of the spin-off and succession clubs, that all of his students from the Balmoral League are guys. You got ETK, you got CKP. All of them have kept that ethos, kept that that's the thing that made that makes you guys.
the crazy thing too.
That's Lolo's lineage. Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Which sort
It's
of-
like there's like a whakapapa to our combat sports, you know what I mean? Which is like,
Yeah.
and we there's like a
And then the
New
coolest
Zealand
thing is everyone thinks that New Zealand's real young and like infantile at this
Yeah.
thing, but like that gives you tiers of generational
But it
knowledge.
stems
eh?
too from old seafood, but
Yeah.
it's almost a myth.
For sure, and he was the one that made the shift to get people to come and build up what he saw.
Well, as he said too, he's like, it's only starting to realise how good New Zealand fighters are, but we've been doing this for a long time, you know,
Right,
the Ray
I mean-
Seafold, the Mark Hunts.
I've been scrapping
Shane
outside
Choppers.
Club Roro for days.
Fuck, we haven't been watching this fight, what's going on?
it's all if I need it.
A
Then
lot.
I might
Yeah,
take
I
it.
blame the UFC.
Right at the last 5
'cause-
seconds.
So are you going to start doing MMA, kickboxing, boxing?
Actually, John trains me a little bit in boxing. We get out on the pads a little bit and throw a few punches. We actually do it just down, like in the car park
sweet.
downstairs when it was raining during lockdown.
We need PTs for
Yeah,
Tuatagi.
free
Yeah,
PT.
yeah. Zero rent getting paid, you know, to be it's brilliant.
Pretty fun though, like because I've done a lot of sport, but I was a soccer player, so like
Oh,
all my
shit.
training was like football and
It's still
fitness and
pretty intense though.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
So did that for many years. Had a few injuries through that and stuff, but to get back and just have like a different type of fitness and a different type of exercise, real fun. But I don't think I want to get punched in the face, so no.
I think though, like once you do combat sport and you get a taste for it, like even when you're doing the pad rounds, it's a good workout.
It's real
You
fun.
love
Like
it,
you
know?
actually like sweat and like it
Distracts you.
seems super simple. and I-
Distracts you from the fact you're doing exercise.
Yeah.
It's for me, I find that like if you're someone who struggles to exercise, you've got to get into it.
Yeah.
I want to put Sean in the ring with you. My co-host on the Edge. He has never boxed
You
in his
just
life.
hate him.
And we want to set him up on a
Do you really not like him?
No, I love this. That's why I want to put him in the ring. He was like, you know, because he's kind of like my brother. So he's like, oh, your brother's got to fight against you. So, Sean, what do you make of-
I think my mum's brothers.
Yeah.
I think my mum's brothers did the same thing to my dad when he was.
Yeah.
Shut these doors. It's a bit noisy, eh? Living out on this main road.
Yeah.
Yeah, we trained the other day, me and Sophie, and we actually, Sophie picked up that shuffle step too, and shuffle
fun.
through, that kind of thing, like working off the clock and everything we were doing the other day. I was
I
like,
think
man,
it's because I just have no idea what to do with my hands, and I'm like, feet, I get it. Like, we can
Shuffle.
move up and forward.
I think dancing's a lot easier for chicks too.
Yeah, that's what I did like all growing up. So I was like, oh yeah, it's similar.
Friends are like, no, that's lame. And then
Yeah,
starts the fighting and
yeah.
the feet are static and it's
Yeah,
just
it's
like...
Have you guys
Yeah.
ever tried to play a game of football? Have you ever done
It's
like
all
a full
feet.
game?
Yeah.
I mean, your lungs, even though obviously fight sport, yeah, your lungs burn, but trying to
90
fucking
minutes,
run around.
and like I went out
And
onto
trying
the
to-
wing, and so
yeah.
that's just like back and forth
No.
the entire game. You're defending,
Yeah.
you're striking, like you don't get a chance to breathe.
I mean, the All Blacks were saying they saw a Man U training session, so like, would die.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Would die.
it's crazy. We had to do like yo-yo tests, where once a month you had to get over like 18, 20 if you even wanted to consider being in the team. Like,
Stuff there.
yeah.
Hmm.
There was just as much like conditioning for fitness as there was like skill work.
So what do we reckon, guys? I mean, I know we've been paying a lot of attention to this fight, but
Yeah.
Santos already. I mean,
Which
I
one
mean-
threw the knee kick?
I'm putting my money on that because I think he's been controlling more.
Yeah, he's
But to be
Crazy
honest, I
that
don't
they
know
just-
who's landing the
Nah,
numbers wise, who's landing more.
totally,
Yeah.
totally. I don't have numbers, stats, but
it just goes to show
in terms
how
of
good
ring
he is. I
dominance.
mean, Santos, I mean, almost beat Jones, but then Raddick comes through. This guy's a beast.
Yeah, he really
He got a
is.
good jab and
Even-
he pulls straight back from it. It's nice.
Yeah,
So
he's
you're
got a
telling
tight,
me
good balance.
in boxing it's the best hits of the round?
Oh,
How
yeah.
is it scored in UFC? Most hits? Best hits?
Who knows what the judges are sometimes
Yeah,
watching?
really?
eh?
Like, I'm
Pretty
really
fucking
curious.
It's pretty dependent on the person writing the scorecard.
Sometimes it's a blind man they pull off the street.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a lot of that in
Out of a
sport,
mental
referees.
institute.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I mean, you have a guy, let's say the round is 50-50, you know, 2 minutes 30 on the feet, 2 minutes 30 on the ground. And the first half, the guy's beating the crap out of him on the feet. Then he gets taken down and the guy just lies on it.
Yeah.
And the ref will give it to the guy who lay on it.
Yeah, and I'm like, shouldn't it go to the guy that punched him more?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Yeah.
It's like whether you value more better contact, like more damage,
Yeah.
or ring generalmanship, or takedowns,
As a judge
or-
too, right? Because you've probably judged a couple of fights. You will look for different things in a fight. than
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
judge will.
but
You might
also
like power shots
on
more
the
than a
on
guy
the
that
discipline
bangs
as
more volume.
well. Yeah.
That
Little-
makes the sport real hard, because then it's just
Well,
like
Half
so
the judges
perceptive.
aren't fucking
Totally.
MMA.
It's not, if
MMA
it was a
people.
computer, it'd be much more uniform.
Yeah.
But it's
Or like,
It's
you go on a
not-
running
it's-
race, the fastest dude will win every time.
Yeah,
but you
true.
come in
No, you
here,
make a good
Yeah.
it's
point.
like
You
so
make a
hard
good
to
point.
that's
determine.
glass half full, glass half empty.
Unless you knock
That's
them out.
Terrorist, another man's freedom.
Well, that's true. You've got to go for it.
It's a matter of perception.
We were just at the NZ Boxing Champs, and it's all computer driven. So the judges tap per hit.
Each
Oh,
contact.
But there was some.
But then is there like
So
then there
I'm
should be
gonna
also
say
if it's just a positive and a negative, then there should be degrees of positive as
No,
well.
but there were
right?
some fights that we called, and they went the other way. So
Because amateur boxing is just numbers, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just how many hits you
But
have.
isn't
Yeah,
but
But even then, some
it's still
fights
got
we
the
thought
10
went the
point
other way.
must. It's still got the 10-point must as well, though, doesn't it?
To
Or
an
no?
extent, no. I mean, it's all
Oh.
computer driven. It's all computer
So,
driven.
but that's good though. I like that better. I like that better if it's just actual numbers rather than what your interpretation of what the
The
contact
crazy
was.
thing about these judges, and I don't know enough about it to say, but half of them aren't former
and
MMA
yeah,
champs.
they've got generational gaps on even
The
being able to
boxing
interpret
people.
what the information in front of them is.
You hear all kinds of stories and stuff about the judges too. I remember like Joe was telling a story on the podcast where he was saying, you know, like he walked past a judge at a Bellator show, you know,
Yeah, and what?
and like she leans over, you know, the dude's setting up a Kimura from top, and the lady who's judging the fight leans over and like says like what's going on there to one of the people that next to her. Like
Like me
what's he
judging,
working
I
with?
don't know shit
No,
like that.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the same as remember back then there was a black guy called Cecil Peoples who looked like Don King Jr. or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and he used to ref in the first like 2 or 3 UFCs that were like tournament based or whatever, and this guy didn't know what the hell. I didn't know his.
Oh, yeah, but hey,
It's gonna go to
From
this
his
guy.
Parker Farr. Did you guys see the Parker Farr fights?
Oh.
There was-
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's
Your
it.
boy
That
coming
early
back
on,
out of
yeah,
see
that was
the-
ridiculous.
That's
It was
points
absolutely
points of
ridiculous.
interpretation too, and then you've it's still the same thing. The person in the judge's seat might be 3 generations away from the person.
I mean,
who's
isn't
actually
it
in
though, like what we're
the
talking
pilot's
about
seat.
now, though,
No.
isn't it a good reason just fucking rip the guy's head off? just
Yeah,
rip
just
the
beat
limb,
up.
snap, whatever.
Knock 'em
Because-
out.
Just never leave it.
Well,
to,
that's Dana White's favourite line, eh? I never leave it in the hands of the judges.
Have you ever been on the decision, wrong end of it? Well,
Thailand.
Thailand. Before the time you've been on the wrong side.
I fought in New Zealand coming from overseas. That's
If you ever
the
like
wrong
pretty
end-
much
wrong end of
KO'd the guy,
decision too.
cut him up and been won like 10-8
Both
every
of
single
them
round. What?
No,
Oh, that's so cool.
split.
Really? Hey, I'm going to call this one earlier. I might be wrong, and I'm on camera saying it. I feel with Nunes having a baby, it might have made her softer. And
Oh, big call,
Oh,
especially
that's
with a woman here.
I just
Especially
feel
with a
like she
woman
looks
here.
so loving now. She looks so, oh, I love the baby. I feel like maybe...
No, I reckon that primal instinct of motherhood will come out and be like,
She's
I'm
a
fighting.
lot-
I'm fighting for my
This
baby.
is- this is actually quite funny because I had the same discussion with my housemate, and I'm not going to repeat any of the stuff that I said.
So am I wrong or right though? Do you think that I'm wrong
Do you
in
agree?
saying that? I just feel like I see a soft side to it, and I don't know if it's going to come out in the cage. Or is it?
Or you go reverse and get the primal motherhood.
Well,
I think the other one's the mum.
Yeah, but
And she's the breadwinning person that has just got a new pet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah,
okay, but is she still going to come out like a psycho, like she has?
Oh, yeah, 'cause
she's
she's
cyborg. She knocked
Hell
out
yes.
cyborg.
Hell yes.
And cyborg would
I don't
eat.
think the baby has made any difference to her.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Violence.
maybe. No. Yeah.
I
wanna
think
be
she's
wrong.
gonna. I think she's gonna absolutely mop the floor.
I see what you're saying. I see
Okay.
what you're saying. I completely understand that. And
Did
if
she
I
have the baby?
no,
No.
the other
Oh,
one
she'll
did.
be right then. Yeah.
The other one did.
I'm sorry, if she had the baby,
She's
then
doing
I'd...
crunches during labour.
Yeah.
She's not even sweating.
Yeah.
I just thought it looked like a
Well,
new
she-
distraction.
If you see that,
all,
if you
she
saw the
wasn't-
other embedded, like you'll see that her partner
You could say that for
asks-
any guy that's...
asks her to stop referring to the baby
True.
as a doll.
I feel like though, as a man, it makes the man go even like, fuck, I've got to do everything.
Yeah.
But I
That's
just
like the
feel like I saw-
breadwinning, like chief
Brad's just had a little
mentality.
baby.
Exactly.
Got like a little
Yeah.
6-week-old.
Yeah.
Kai too.
Tiny.
So that was sweet. Kai got a win.
Oh,
And
that was
Little
great.
Yeah,
baby.
and see,
Yeah.
and
See,
you
it
can
was
even
a
put
boy.
it. You could even put it down.
So
You could
cute.
even put down that like last burst coming back from all
Hey,
that.
hey,
As
I'm happy to
former-
stand
For my boy.
corrected and be wrong.
Fall on your sword. Like...
Yeah. That's what I said out there because I just noticed that, and I hadn't really even voiced it, but I thought she just looks But-
for most people, I'd say that would be a legitimate question. But I don't think she's had to sacrifice as much as her partner.
imagine that
to
though. When she
have-
grows up, who's your mum? Amanda Nunes. Like,
Yeah, and then the boyfriend will be like,
like
yeah,
usually it's the dad you get scared of,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that'd be the mum I would, yeah,
Yeah.
10 times scared of, you know.
And this is the featherweight belt, right? This is 145.
Well, isn't she? No, isn't she putting both on? She's defending both.
Is she?
Nah, she can't.
No.
You
Why?
You make
No,
Why?
I'm
Just
getting
do that.
carried
Just
away.
in case it
Getting
goes
carried
wrong.
away.
Yeah.
I think
But-
she's gonna walk through Megan Anderson. I could be wrong, but and I know Megan's an Anzac and everything. But
I just
I'm
love.
with-
I
I'm
loved
with-
him
I'm with
better
you
when
on
a
that.
coach was saying she trains like a man, she hits like a man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
She
what
used
does
to-
what does that mean? You know?
Yeah.
Well,
Men-
obviously she could beat
So-
up any man
so
in
what-
like
so
in
what-
a
so
normal
what is it about-
situation.
What follows from that? She goes to sleep like a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
That cracks me up though.
I'm back in the
because
Aussie.
You put her in like a normal
I'm not
life
the only one in the room.
I
mate.
want-
What about the people out there watching? Come on,
yeah,
support me.
I want.
Megan Anderson. Come
I
on.
want Megan to win, but I'm unsure. But I think she has the best chance of beating Nunes that any of like legitimate featherweights have
You know, a
had.
pretty thin division, I'd say. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's slim pickings
Yeah.
for top
If
level
Megan
competition.
wins, I'm just going to be silent. I'm not even going to say I told you so. I'm just going to be like,
Yeah, I'll do a
Just
little.
not open the door and wedge it open. And
Yeah.
you know,
Just get
just
out.
get out.
Yeah,
No.
I'll do a little Mecca bow to your feet if that happens.
Then,
But I don't
I
think
just
ladies-
love controversy. I love an upset. And
Yeah.
Yeah. we'll see.
There would be, it would be, and Megan was paying $7 the last time I looked.
Yeah, the odds are. Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what Holly Holm was paying right before the fight too. Went from 11 down to 7.
What about Aljamain and Jan though?
Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, too much controversy with the.
That's really put a spanner in my multi deciding.
We should get you doing a TAB odds.
If someone put a gun to my head and said, "Who are you picking?" I'd pick Billy.
But you know why I didn't bet on today? Because if I bet, then I have a vested interest. I don't.
Yeah, well, then
I
you
don't
can't,
watch
then
it
you
the
can't
same.
have an impartial.
Well, no, I'm like,
You also
I
don't
don't
enjoy
care
it
who
because
wins.
you're just like, I just want to win.
Well, yeah, if I bet on Kai's opponent today, I would have been gutted that Kai won.
Yeah,
not that you
yeah.
would have, not that you would have,
Why would
because
you
you're
ever
from
bet?
New Zealand and that's what we do. That thanks for putting the hypothetical out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, he looked quite bigger too. But anyways, we're talking about that.
He was
Kai's opponent looked fucking 20
was
kilograms heavier.
tame.
What the fuck?
He was
All of Kai's opponents are always
It's crazy.
bigger than him, man.
It's crazy.
He's like Frankie Edgar. You remember when they didn't have a division for him, and he had the belt right for like probably 10 pounds heavier than what his actual weight division was. Then he gets into the weight division, and then
Oh, this is going to be a good fight.
Yes.
I'm really excited to see what happens. With
I want to see Brad versus this guy.
Yeah.
They love putting Brad against like the most
Oh,
crazy,
bro, he has had the
Dagestani
hardest
wrestler.
run.
He's got Gillespie.
Everyone
Why don't they
else,
just keep putting
everyone
up
else gets like give me a 50-50, but it's,
Like Gregor, he's a.
they want to see this guy fail, and every time Brad just rewrites the story,
100%, man.
and that's the
That's
stoic
classic
Sparta,
Brad.
like
Give me the
Brad
toughest
Riddell.
matchup
Yeah.
Guy with the longest Russian.
And he's
name.
like, oh yeah, we've
You
got
know?
a set of 5 guys. Yeah, there's like 4 guys. You probably want to fight that guy. Maybe later. He's like, yeah, I'll go that guy.
Yeah. Get it over with, though.
Yeah,
Do you guys watch Embedded?
yeah.
I missed this
hard.
Fuck, it's the best.
Really?
Well, just Jan saying about how he still carries the rope of
From that some dead guy.
Yeah, he
I
found a
couldn't.
dead guy in the forest. Man.
I couldn't tell whether it was a dead
You know,
guy or a dead dog or.
No, he found a guy
And the
hanging.
guy, but he said it was dead. And then he
Yeah,
talked to him.
Yeah, dead. And he goes, "Oh, it's the first time I saw a dead guy," and then laughed. And he's like, and then it's tradition when if you find a dead person over there, it was at Poland, that you keep the rope. You keep part of the rope.
Yeah,
carries the rope.
I think the person must have committed suicide. Because I figured that's how it wrote.
Rob would be a part of
That's how
that,
it
yeah.
wrote.
Yeah. He didn't just have a rope around his
Yeah,
neck.
he's
walking
walking
to the forest.
ages and be really
You know, in Japan, there's that forest where people commit suicide.
Yes,
One of the
Oh yeah.
found someone dead, but this
Oh,
is
Jake Paul on YouTube went through it, yeah. And he
And-
got in heaps of trouble for it, for
Yeah.
disturbing the dead, yeah.
But yeah, what's his name? Jan found someone dead, called the police, and the police said, "You want part of the rope because it's good luck." It's like a tradition over there.
No, I think even he said he used to go back to the site because they left the rope there, and then he decided to take some of it and fashion it into a.
But you've got to watch the embedded episode because he laughs about it. He's like, "Oh, it's the first time I saw a dead guy."
Yeah, I thought that
Laughing.
was. I thought, has this guy been in the military or something? Like, 'cause
Yeah,
this is pretty
it's
nonchalant.
no sense
Yeah, I mean, if I found a dead person hanging, I'd
Yeah,
be so
yeah,
candid
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I'd leave that rope there, that's for sure.
I'd
Yeah,
probably be
yeah.
like,
And then like COVID sanitize myself.
Yeah.
yeah, embedded's awesome though. Like it gives you a good build, and that's
Yeah,
probably why I'm getting
good build up.
opinion of the baby and New Year's.
No, they're trying to humanize her, right?
Yeah.
Trying to humanize the cyborg, but no.
To be honest, I think those embedded and the countdowns and stuff is what, like, in today's world, is separating MMA from boxing and all these other
Oh
things.
yeah.
They really tell
The story.
Ever since
Yeah.
their Ultimate Fighter.
That's
first
what it's
came out
all
season
been
one,
about.
They've
Like
always gone with making fighters regular human beings, telling the story.
Totally,
You watch
totally.
boxing, you might know the top 2 on the card, but not even.
Do you remember?
And then you don't
You
know
remember
anyone
the
else.
contender boxing thing?
Yeah.
And that was no names, all no names, and it was just about going after their story, right?
Story.
We've done all this. Like these
K1
little-
kicked that off though. K1 back in the 90s used to like follow the fighters prior.
Oh yeah,
And I think that's
yeah.
what UFC has
Even like his-
benchmarked off, you know.
That's sort of what gave Mark Hunt the
Yeah,
proper following.
But they
because-
followed him just eating at like fast food places and playing pachinko.
yeah,
and
but
stuff.
that's real.
And he was playing like Street Fighter and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, bro,
what the fuck
there's-
is this guy?
dude, I was doing that fish and chip shop, dairy outside,
Yeah.
Street Fighter. Bro, give us your seconds out.
Have you read his book, Mark Hunt's book?
Yeah.
No, it was like as motivating as it was like.
Yeah,
Not
insightful and
Yeah.
inspirational
It was
and
nice.
like sickening and enlightening at the
Yeah.
same time. Like you feel sorry for the person, but you feel privileged to be sort of exposed to the lesson.
Yeah.
Like,
I picked it up in the Central Library and I didn't leave, I think, 8 hours.
yeah.
And I shed a couple of tears. Like, that was. Man, some of the stories,
Yeah.
There was some heavy stuff, man. Like,
It was weird though. I didn't know whether to start training hard or this.
Oh, and,
And he's like,
Do I wanna
do this? You know what? I never trained, and then I just knocked everyone out. And
Yeah.
I was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know, what do I do?
No,
What
but
I'm trying to do is just.
But he's
easily do
huge.
it. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
huge. You can't
Yeah, sure.
you can't rely on that.
Yeah, it's true.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it's
Yeah.
coming out. Alright, that's not something.
Who's next?
Yeah.
a soda,
This is
coffee, or a Fanta, or lemonade, or.
February
I might
14th.
just grab some soda water.
Yeah.
That's
Do you want ice and lemon in there?
Oh, yes, please.
Sweet, I got ice and lemon.
Lovely. I need to do that with mine. Put ice in one of those buckets.
Yeah, but now one of them's
Emily's.
Emily's. You gotta get rid of Emily.
No. Imagine if they were
Your
watching
dog
it.
room. Bring your dog.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
It's freeze my lemons, eh? Weird like that.
It's a good move. Then you don't have
I
those
reckon-
rotten lemons in the bottom of your fridge, you know?
The dude on the right is gonna win.
Oh,
Oh wait.
Dober?
Yeah. He just seems happier.
He is, all I know about Dober
Just
is like he's good fighter.
Oh, yeah. People they want to see which fight you're watching.
You
okay.
don't
So,
look that big. Thank you so much.
He's a lightweight, and they say that he's back to like over 185. So he's back to like 84 the next day.
I'll let you pour that in the
Wait, what?
your cup.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. If he's 185, how does he go to 184?
No, so he gets to 155 pounds and then he blows up another 30 pounds overnight. So 30 pounds is about 13 kilos.
That's weird.
So he's
Oh,
like
we've got it now.
70 kilos a day before his fight, then they test your weight the next day,
Cutting chicken.
and then he weighs in the next day at like 82 kilos, 83 kilos.
But when you weigh in, you have to be a certain weight,
Just the Japan now.
and then you fight the next day.
No,
So then you
yours
can
are
be
you.
whatever weight you want to
Okay,
be.
yeah. I'll take that one.
So he puts on like 8 kilos in
Yeah.
one night.
Yeah, man. He puts on 12. I
Uh,
put on 8, he puts on 12. That's
In
how much
one night.
bigger he
But
is.
then, don't you feel really
Ice?
sluggish the
Ice?
next day?
No, I
Some people,
You want lemonade?
so
just yeah.
the
Um,
more
keep-
muscular you are, the easier it is.
So we're going to announce this fight. Because we haven't been
Weight
announcing
back on.
fights, so.
Because
Well, yeah,
the
should
more
we-
muscle you hold,
Yeah,
the more
remember,
water you
and,
hold.
keep it about the fight as well if you can.
So
So
fat
you
doesn't.
want water.
Just
Yeah, you want.
Yeah.
But-
Hydration.
Yeah, because fat doesn't hold as much water. Whereas if you're like really muscular,
Is it light?
you can cut
Yeah.
more water and put it back on.
So then
So
this
it's
guy
just
would
like
be in
fully
good stead if he can put on a lot of weight overnight.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're going to talk a little bit more about the fight and announce the fight.
That's
Oh,
what they've
yeah.
been doing.
That's what I've been trying to get you to do.
Dude,
this whole
we
time.
left and then they went
It's
back
my
to
fault,
the
eh?
actual event.
It's my fault. What fight are we on?
I was learning about the fact that they can put on what, like 10 kilos overnight and fight at a way heavier weight. That's crazy.
Sometimes double that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes double that, but
That's what I was saying. Like, how do you go from like cutting to a certain weight and then you put on so much overnight that you'll be ridiculously like
But you don't-
sluggish?
oh yeah, of course. But that's the gamble that you take, right?
Yeah.
So
It's like the risk
you-
of the muscle versus like
do I want to be
sluggish.
bigger? Do I want to have these advantages? But depending on how drastically I want to take that, as
Yeah.
to how much it's gonna. I might only be a
Impact.
fraction of my ability, but I have these advantages. Is that going to be enough to get me the win? Have I calculated enough here?
Yeah.
And
It's
that-
very technical.
that's why it's when you're taking such fine margins with your, say for example like Rumble, he was trying to cut like 3 weight divisions to,
Wow.
and he then hit the Lombard as well, like consistently. And what was the other one? The middleweight guy that beat, or not didn't beat GSP. And then he ended up the Johnny Big Rig. That's the one.
Hendricks. Yeah.
So
Hendricks,
just
yeah,
to
he
announce
was-
back home, this is Drew Dobber and
Oh yeah.
Who's the other one?
Drew
Judoba.
Dober and Islam Makhachev.
Islam Makhachev.
Islam Makhachev.
So
Brad
Goldberg,
Riddell's next opponent.
he cuts a whole lot of weight.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
a 13 kilo guy, cut at the night before kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you can
Does
see
all
like
that
how
swans and
muscly
everything,
This is
yeah.
the shortest
this is
of
his
your
gamble.
guys do it.
Yeah.
And also the wrestlers, so you would know, G, like in kickboxing, cutting extreme amounts of weight is not as advantageous as wrestlers.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing is like the wrestlers grind. These guys grapple all day, like so it's not that much of a difference. If you're grinding at the end of your training session, an hour and a half in, like it's not that. Like, I mean, obviously it's much harder, but you know what constant grind is, and when you cut heaps of weight for striking, you have the whole time when you're not in contact, it's a recover, and there's no point when you're not in contact when you're grappling.
Yeah.
So, and the entire time you're engaged and in contact, you're working, and you're draining, and if you're like fraction tank, then you've got fraction output.
Yeah, true.
And then you're trying to calculate like, okay, right, I think I've got this much gas, and like the fight is this long, I like
So I gotta balance it out.
I've
kind of
got
thing.
this many power shots,
Yeah.
and then you get excited, and then
That's
I can put them
music
away.
goes-
Damn it, I've used my power shots. It's like 17
It's like
and a half
a video
minutes.
game. It's like literally having
Take
like
it.
XP
The
bars.
energy bar.
Yeah,
That's what it is. The Street Fighter. Like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
my original
They need
thing.
a
Like
position for
energy
themselves.
bar, special move bar, like,
Yeah.
and that's all it is. And you're trying to like whack the guy before his energy bar comes back to recover.
So these two guys, what are their specialties?
He's a mean wrestler.
Yeah.
And so is Drew Dober, but like John was saying, he's visibly bigger than him.
Yeah,
right?
a lot bigger.
And that could, if he doesn't do it quick enough, then that bigness
being
won't
bigger
mean anything.
Is better for grappling.
Anything, yeah. Anything if
Oh,
you're
hey,
the same
Khabib's
level.
in the house.
So
this
Islam's Khabib's boy,
Oh,
Is
Islam's
that
his cousin
related?
or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
There's a couple
Khabib was
of
the
his
first fight
cousins
I
and
watched.
brothers.
Yeah?
yeah, that was with you in Munfa.
When
So-
Khabib retired.
It was the first fight I've ever watched.
And
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Beautiful
you know,
fight.
smart goats and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh,
Like,
that guy's a exhibition to watch though.
Man.
Levels
And
of.
this is a smaller cage too, right?
Yeah, I think this is the 27.
It's not good for
points, I
Izzy
think.
though, eh?
It's not, no.
No.
But I mean,
Yes,
hey,
I
how
know,
good is
as
this
long as
camera?
That's
You
what I
guys
was
picked
gonna
up on this
say.
camera?
It looks like
This
4K?
Phantom camera?
Yeah.
The 4K camera?
And it's like a portrait, like
It
It
does.
looks like it's like 3D.
Video
or
game.
something.
It looks like a video
I was
game.
thinking, is this the new phone camera?
Yeah.
Is
No,
this the
like,
new
yeah. Is this the iPhone
like,
12
yeah.
When they do those close-ups, it honestly looks like a video game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah, I
this
thought
is
something was wrong with
PlayStation.
my my screen.
I was saying this to you before. On the
It's so
feed I was
sick.
watching, I was like, bro, put it on there. They've got the
Hey,
4K
what's the thoughts on-
camera thing.
Hey, what's the thoughts on Bruce Buffer's green jacket?
Beautiful.
It's
Oh,
the money.
oh, okay.
I've seen
the
better
money.
ones.
It's
I've
like
seen
a
better
leprechaun.
ones from
What got it?
He's the man, though.
Where's the pot of
Yeah,
gold?
I reckon I'm going for him.
Who's the
Drew
best
Yeah.
MC?
Dover, you're going with
Yeah,
Dover just
Dover.
because he's prettier.
No,
He's got a nice,
He's
haircut going.
beautiful.
because he just looks
Como
really
Ray.
happy.
Yeah.
Like, he's just ready for it.
Drew Dover.
Let's see,
Nah,
let's see
I
how
reckon
happy he is after his
The
mom.
Dagestani.
I'm putting my money on my.
Yeah, the Dagestani team.
I mean, he's got Khabib in the corner.
He's
Yeah.
got a whole
Yeah.
bunch of tricks.
Doesn't
See,
matter
look at
about
that.
his
That's
haircut.
like crazy video game like.
that's
He's
a
got-
good idea.
What's
yeah,
wrong
it
with
is
that?
hard. That's the 4K
I
camera,
thought it was something
man.
with my eyes.
No, I was like, is there
No, but-
like a Samsung 15 that's
Yeah.
out or something?
But what's up that makes it look like
Video
Facebook
game.
Is that good or bad though? Is
It's
that
cool.
super-
I like it. Like the
don't know.
preview.
I guess it's a feedback thing.
That doesn't even look like it's the real
Oh,
image.
guy.
Mm.
It looks like,
like
a
watching
VR.
PlayStation.
It looks
thing.
animated
Yeah.
up. It's crazy. It's so high def, so bigger than our eyes, you know? Our eyes
Yeah.
can't keep up with it.
And is this, do they go back to what it was
ref
when
hasn't got
crowds
4D
come
on it,
in?
no.
Or is this just
Oh,
to
is this
like...
just a little bit of spice up?
I don't know,
because it's in the crowd?
yeah, I don't know, it's got me.
She just not good. Nice punch.
Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna go Dagestani.
I hope Drew
mean,
Dover
he might have a good haircut and he might be shredded.
Nah, I hope he just underdog.
I typically don't root for Americans, and that's just. I don't know.
Yeah, I typically don't root for Russians, but I'm gonna go, oh, he's Dagestani, so...
I've got the Dagestani guy in the rear. He's got Khabib in the corner.
same.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
He's gonna have to actually die before he goes out with a loss to Khabib.
He looks
Yeah.
very comfortable on his feet. Like they say that he's Khabib with better hands, you know, and better footwork. So
he's better than Khabib.
well, that's what they're putting out there. you know?
Wow.
Well, and now that was a big thing within their camp. Is Khabib steps
to
down
say-
and he steps in.
Well, and to say that about
Ooh.
anyone in that group is probably a faux pas.
But in saying that too, is that the fashion statement in Dagestan, just short hair and a beard? Like over here
You know
it's
what?
fade.
I don't know if
You know
it's
what?
like a fresh
It's-
Dagestani thing. I think it
No.
might be like a
Or
from
it's
back
a-
in the day.
it's a Muslim
Muslim,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Muslim
yeah,
thing. That's
yeah.
the way they
Yeah,
trim the
you
beard
see them
in the Quran.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's they keep it simple.
Mm.
They've all got pretty hearty beards.
Business up the top.
Yeah. Yeah, I got really confused because in Brave, like, there's so many, it's a Muslim-run organisation.
Yeah.
And everyone had this beard.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
even
like,
a Brazilian
have
guy will show up with this beard, and I was like,
Hang on, do I
how
need
come
one?
he's trimming his beard like the Russian boys, and the Russian boys are trimming like the Middle Eastern boys.
It's
And
because
I was
they're
like,
all
yeah.
Muslim Russians.
And then I started, then I was like, oh, okay, and I did my best to grow one, but it just,
Look though how uncomfortable Dobra's starting to get now that
oh man.
Yeah.
he's on top of him. This is his
It's-
world.
A round like this, and then the
He's
striking's going to be a
so
whole lot
tight.
different in the second round.
Oh, it's just the.
I mean,
the muscle.
suffocating.
Yeah, Dober's got a lot of muscle that he has to carry, despite having to carry those lummox on him.
He's got a good
as
underdog
well.
there on that left side. He's doing a great job.
Mm.
He's trying to lock that leg, but it's almost like a tap.
Yeah.
The half's
They kind of looks like it, hey.
A shit position to be in though
the
for
half's the
Dober.
only thing saving Dober at the moment.
Yeah, he's got like that little lockdown.
Mm.
on
He's
that
doing his
left
best
side.
to trap that leg, but
But it also stops you, like, when you go for that lockdown, you're now flat on your back on the bottom.
Yeah, it cuts a
You
lot
have
of
to get to
options
your
off as
side,
well. Yeah.
Unless you can elevate it.
Yeah, you've only got to elevate and turn.
Mm.
But if that's not open, then.
So those underhooks for Makachev are really crucial here.
Mm.
Dober's just fighting gravity though at the moment too, and the
And
strength.
yeah, gravity,
Jesus, he's just
gravity,
lying on it.
and, gravity, and white on
Come on,
rice.
boy. I've put my...
I mean,
Yeah.
Makachev's not going.
sorry,
anywhere.
Soph, but the good haircut. Eh?
No, it's not working for him. I
Yeah.
think the beard is just getting in his face. Like, it'd be very annoying. Like,
See, and
I'd be like,
That's
just
the
get
real
out.
reason.
That's his good haircut.
No, but
Yeah.
what about
Look at
Muay
that.
Thai? Did you not ever just grow your little bit out? So when you're
Nah,
in the clinch,
cause,
to,
nah,
rub it
'cause I did it a few because I was lazy, but then you're lazy and you getting cut when you got stubble is like not a good time for stitches.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and like cause it grows out of the cut and shit.
Damn.
And
I saw that.
What about that split that old Lawler had that time? Do you think that would have
Oh.
required a few stitches? And he still screams.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
that's the
some
I was
same.
like up to here out.
That's the same split that Dan Kerr just got.
Yeah, true.
And
Okay.
like it's the same split that
Oh,
over
see,
and
look at
got.
this.
Look how good that
he's
shoulder
wearing
pressure on
down.
his crossfaces. Like, he
Switching.
cannot turn in. Like,
And I don't think Dober is a little
Dober's
bit experienced on the ground.
Dober's
Yeah,
a
he's
man. Dober's a machine, man. Like
These Eastern European Dagestani guys are just next level.
it's
eh?
that team. It's that team. It reminds me a lot about some city kickboxing team.
Good play. Good bunch of guys.
Yeah. Well, it's the same. It's the same thing. Like,
But, wait, it's a
everyone.
bit different. They're wrestling with bears from 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're
Come on,
they're
get up.
Oh,
And-
man.
in
Yeah.
the words of
Crazy.
in the words of Jan,
Don't
they're having to wrestle with Nigerians. Nigerians or
Don't you reckon these guys from Dagestan, like Khabib, are almost bringing in? You know how jiu-jitsu was big back in the day. Are these guys bringing like a new element of wrestling?
yeah, like a sambo
Yeah.
hybrid, but that's the same
Oh,
thing
full
that
out.
these.
Oh!
Oh,
Armbar.
yeah.
What a transition.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's
yeah.
Oh,
He's
ow,
about to go
ow,
that
ow,
right there,
ow.
go, Vanny.
Oh, look at that! He's cranking it. He's cranking it.
And he's gonna do it. He's gonna stack him.
No,
he's
he's
gonna
not,
stack
he's not.
him.
Yeah,
He's
that's
gonna
it.
stack him.
Oh, his elbow.
No, he's out,
Yes,
he's
he's
out.
gonna stack him.
out.
Oh, poor.
No, he's out.
Oh no, he hasn't got it.
Oh, it's back in?
He's muscling out.
Oh, tell.
Yes,
Oi.
well done, Drew.
Yeah, that's my boy.
That's it.
That's my boy. Good job.
Well done, I'll give you that.
You got out of that round.
But does that show strength or experience is wrestling? How the fuck did he get out of that, man?
Slippery.
I think, like, wrestlers have a very good way of, like such good
So
body
many,
awareness and put
so
their
many,
posture
so
right.
many variables that.
And that Adesanya will be, I should refer to him as his real name, but he'll be gutted that he
Islam,
pulled that off.
Makachev.
Makachev will be like, okay, he's got a bit of bounce in him. He can.
But I mean, these guys are all top echelon, right? You make one hole, one like slight bump mistake, and then that's your hole, right?
He was so close. Like Drew did the only thing he could have done to stop it.
And that's the same. Like you're at this level too. Like you make one slight mistake and then everything's flipped.
If you ever put someone in an armbar and cranked it, and that you're amazed that they got out of it, vice versa, you've been in there.
Oh, maybe Tyler Witt today. He's got an ability to get out. So like right here, he's blocking that right leg going on top of the head. So when
He
he's got the
shouldn't have
left
got out
shot
of there.
underneath,
That's just
underneath his head, he just needs to throw that one on top, and he's good. And he, as soon as Drew got there, he was just
these
like,
are like fingertips,
like,
stopping it.
the smallest thing. So that was like amazing awareness.
Shit, the good haircut guys actually, you know,
Interesting.
maybe more than a good haircut. Whoa, big overhand right there.
Look, Drew Dober could step on bloody the Olympia stage. You know, he
Yeah.
could take a year off
Yeah,
fighting, do a
yeah.
little less cardio.
He's got
Weeks.
Oh, that's
perfect
nice.
dimensions for a physique.
You got
Going
to
down
admit
again.
that was a shit takedown. Like he just.
Well, these Adesanya guys, they really don't even rely on their entries. They just chain. So as long as they get the exit,
Just get some contact.
there was like 4
Oh, shit, he's on.
pieces of his takedown there, you know, and each one just led to that really easy inside trip. That's crazy, man.
Like, I'm just trying to think of someone who actually does set up a good takedown, because that was not. But you said talking about chaining, like not Robbie Lawler. Eddie Alvarez was quite good at shooting.
I think probably the best I've ever seen was
Frankie Eager was Eager and Graham Maynard. Oh, the chain on them.
I think TJ Dillashaw probably had the
Yeah,
best
he's-
entries, like in terms of like getting his first shot. He did that really well because he had that Dominic Cruz footwork combined with
Yeah.
What about Ben Askren on Masvidal? That was a good takedown.
There is,
I mean,
there's a good entry.
Everything, it was a good entry
Bad
until
Bad exit.
Was that a bad KO?
Yeah,
super necessary.
I think it's like a glass half full, glass half
Were
empty.
you happy to see that KO or not?
Depends which side.
Oh, you
Depends
bastard.
what side you were on to whether it was good or a bad KO.
I felt bad for old fluffy head.
Oh man, like I love old Masvidal though.
Yeah, I do like Ben Askren, but I really like Masvidal a lot more.
And
Masvidal's such a G man.
Yeah,
so
he's
like-
old school.
He's been like, you
How
know,
can you not like anyone
Well-
that turns up for Kimbo's
yeah,
backyard
he's one of Kimbo's
brawls?
OGs. That.
Yeah, man. Like, and he tells. I watched him tell like a long story about some of the fights. You know what I mean? Like how he's just like.
Yeah, and he
He's
tells
like
us straight
19,
up. He
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
he doesn't talk like he's a proper 12 guy.
Yeah, man. He's like a real like man. He's got to be one of the realest guys. In
You
this
watched
game.
those early street fights though, and
What
that
did he say?
first one,
I'm a goon. I'm a Florida goon.
Yeah.
it didn't even look like
Which
he
is
was
funny
definitely
because
gonna
where
win.
I come from, goon is a sack of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's on the
He's calling us up a swine because
What's going on? Yeah.
Hey,
some culture to
Make
be
yourself is just smothering him again.
Yeah,
He's just
man,
he's his own.
Look at that
This.
half guys.
Yeah,
Good
Makachev is
crossface.
just doing his Dagestani.
I mean, the thing is though, like, I don't want to say for the filthy casuals that I only know the bare basics, but for people like just mainstream watching this, they probably think it's boring, but this is a fucking good fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
stunning.
Yeah,
You know, this is technical. Like this is stellar. The
And
guys, what they're throwing down and what we're trying to achieve, and like you said, the increments, the mistakes, 1 little inch, 1 centimetre.
You just space. You give them 1 inch, and they'll literally take.
Because if anyone watching it just like that flipped over, but oh, these guys are wrestling on to each other, what they're doing. But every single move, I mean, even just for Makachev to be in this position and be owning Dover like this as a A-class level wrestler.
You could get another top level wrestler out of the States, puts them in MMA gloves on, he takes Drew Dober down and he's sitting on his guard like this.
Yeah,
Drew
yeah,
Dober
yeah,
would take
yeah.
him 15 seconds.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But these
Yeah.
guys just understand it to
And
a
it-
finer detail.
It's so
you
they're
know?
so subtle, right? He's just. It seems like he's not working, but every single thing he's doing is to stop
Well,
him
even
from
there, with his
giving him an
legs straight
opportunity
up.
to think
Yeah.
of something to do, right?
Like Drew Dober goes to get an angle on him from the guard,
And
and
he
his
shuts it.
closes it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Just
just
shuts the hole.
like, he sees it coming, he adjusts.
And it's
And
only the
now-
second round.
And now the haircut, see, now he's regretting the fact that he didn't take an extra inch off their hair, because
Yeah.
it's real heavy now.
Heavy head.
He's going to start the next
So
round,
red.
100%.
He's got a
gonna be
lot of
brushing out
Makachev
his
sweat
face.
in that hair.
But that's what I'm doing. So, you know, Clay Guida. I love him to bits, but
Yeah, how do you come out like that, Tarzan?
yeah, wouldn't it get in your way? Like, you've
Sure.
never had long hair, eh, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I can have hair this long, and if it falls in
Yeah,
front of my
that's-
face, it's
Irritating.
unbearable.
I-
It's just unbearable.
I remember one fire I had. I'd like not been. I didn't. My hair's curly, so it's either only like long or short. And then by the time I got to the fight, I'm like doing a bit of warm up and that, and then my
It's going to
locks
your
are
eyes.
going in my eyes. I'm like, oh shit. And I like got my missus to give me the horriest.
Yeah.
Cut that
Before
with bowl.
the fight?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear
Cut
it,
me,
bro.
That was with Bryce Barron. It's like, shit, he's huge. I can't see. Help
He
me.
shoots in here, and then he just immediately he'll have that single. He doesn't even really go to finish it, and he ends up under.
Because he hasn't decided, like,
Yeah.
what, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, oh, what's he gonna do now that I'm here? What's he gonna
Am
do?
I going to tip this way,
Yeah.
or
But it's such a grind down.
do I want to sit on
They
his
just
chest, or
grind
do I
down.
want to sit on the
Oh, that was a
guard?
different takedown. That was
Mm.
nice.
Yeah, I thought he was going the other way.
Yeah, I thought that was that first one we saw.
But we look at the way even Dobro's on the ground. He's relatively comfortable. You know, the way he wraps him up, and he even stays
I
on his
love
back.
I love the fact that he's so chunk and solid.
Because I've seen.
And this little, like, Makachev, not little, but he's
Skinnier.
manhandling him, right?
See, look, as soon as he goes to the ground, though, he does all the right things. Wraps his legs around, tries to get that arm in.
Overhook.
He's
It's
not.
just
He's
autopilot.
not uncomfortable
Oh
on his
god,
back
you're
end.
gonna be so
Autopilot.
tired.
Neil Waka, where's the best place to park?
Back to brother.
They can save.
Yeah.
Get your groceries on the way home.
Works at street.
I don't even know what to say because there's a shit parking around here.
They're
Right?
real bad.
What, is there not like any off-street
Either just
parking
go like
areas?
straight or pack and safe.
I go
Well, you
straight
can, brother.
across the street from that front gate, like on the main road. I feel like.
Oh,
one's
no,
gonna
he's
roll
down
back down
again.
the main road.
Come on, boy.
I said to G
I don't
earlier,
think-
hopefully Neil's not wearing a suit. We're all cash, eh? It'd be good to have
Someday
Neil.
he can't
One of
do.
the- one of
He
the-
should have shed the suit after church.
Yeah, he'll be alright. Oh, another good fight. Sure. Okay, that was a response.
But Neil is a broadcaster. He may still be on the clock.
Yeah, well, he's got work
Never
tomorrow.
off the
Oh,
clock
no.
broadcasting.
Yeah, true. He's got, but he does, was it Tahatapi Wednesday to Friday, so.
Do you think that's enough time for him to cover?
One of the OGs too, you know, we're talking about Liga and Balmoral. Fuck, man, he was there back in the day, back in the late 80s?
Yeah. He was
80s, man.
From-
Ray Sefton.
Oh,
yeah. From
Oh,
all the-
shit.
Oh,
There you
what
go.
was it?
Half cut.
Oh,
Damn.
oh, with the Ligan.
Yeah, with the lead in. He didn't even pass.
How was that for Dagestani? Ridiculous strength.
It was kind of almost like a Von Flu kind of thing.
Damn.
It was probably closer to a Von Flu, yeah, there's hit on the other side.
Oh, who was the guy we were watching before?
Hey
in one
guys,
of the
wings
prelims?
as well. So the hot ones are up top and the
Serious?
no spice down below.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get stitched up here, right?
So yeah, they're real hot. The top ones like.
Which one? What was the fight with the tattoo? The guy with the distracting tattoos? Freedom.
You've lost
with, the,
me.
Oh.
with like maximum tattooage.
Oh, against Jake Matthews.
Yeah, that's
What
the
was
one.
that guy's name? Can't remember. But
Well, I
Jake
thought
Ali is tattoos.
he had the meanest
Are we
single
getting many
arm
views, many
and
questions
like
from the crowd?
lat choke.
Not many
Oh, is
He
it what he
didn't-
got him with?
and no, he didn't get him with that, but
Oh,
he'd done a previous fight with that. The guy's just so chunk.
Look at that, just a shot.
I'd never seen that before. Someone
So
just
we've
crushing
got
the other side.
3 crazy main events next. So Nunes, who I feel
Yeah.
So that's it. He's out.
This is what we were building to, right?
Nunes, and then obviously the
Not good for you, hey.
We got
Elgin
Nunes,
Sterling,
Yard.
and then
You're in
Is
UFC.
it-
Yeah, yep.
Crazy.
Just go.
If you're in
I'll go
UFC.
left. No.
We got what? We got featherweight belt.
Who
What's
did
Jan's weight?
Who taps out?
Who
Like,
taps
you know?
out in a UFC fight on like a top card?
Maybe you should fight.
guy
You
with a
got,
good
got
haircut.
that kind of mentality.
Death.
Why would you
Oh,
tap?
you
Why would you
do.
just die
You
in there?
just
Like, get in
pass
there, you know?
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's a suspension from activity if you're unconscious and if you want to fight before.
So you're not fighting.
sure, that-
That makes sense.
I mean, you can take it right back down to like tap or let it snap.
Yeah.
Right.
Snap.
You get,
No,
let it
that
snap
means-
means a lot longer before you can
Tap
let it
out, yeah.
snap again.
True. But look
Oh,
at him.
mid-
Yeah, he just looks so like
Dainty.
not athletic compared to the other dude. Like
Yeah.
the other dude looks
Yeah, that's
like
what I
a
meant.
built bodybuilder.
Well, you're too young in the knowledge of sport to remember Fader. You know.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, how was that? That was like podgy wood chopper.
Theodore-
Walking out of the bush.
He made me.
It was the
believe
original.
I could fight.
Original
Was
beer
this the one you were telling me about?
The
The
beer
big
little
dude?
dude.
Yeah.
Because at that time I was trying to play rugby, and I was like basically, I must have been 20 kilos heavier than I am.
Yeah.
Like I would have been
Yeah.
like, you know,
Which is
90.
fine for rugby.
Yeah, but like I was soft. I thought I was jacked, but I was soft. I was like 16 or whatever, and my cousin showed me a highlight reel of this guy.
Yeah,
You
a
know,
Theodore.
Doing, I
Yeah.
remember the one where he held the barbell and he was just jumping and going like that real fast.
Oh yeah.
I
with
went
the,
outside.
and with the power bands
Yeah,
and shit
yeah.
as well.
I
yeah.
went straight outside, I grabbed like a 10 kg barbell and I just jumped in there and did that, and I was like, I can knock anyone out if I do this. Like, this is what I saw them doing in the highlight clip. And I remember saying to my cousin, I was like, you know what? Another 10 kilos of fat and I'd look like this guy.
I'm there.
So that's where I'm going to go.
I'm
with
there.
that.
I'm there.
I didn't realise that I'd spend my time just like eating spinach and chicken breast. That was the deal. I gave
Yeah.
up the
Was
bulking
that-
lifestyle.
But does that tell you that
Starvation.
you would have probably progressed further and faster if you'd done the Popeye regime,
Maybe.
which was spinach and forearms?
Yeah, spinach forearms, just grip strength, which is still actually a bloody weak point on mine. I'm always doing these bloody
Actually,
grip
that
strength stuff.
when you think of it like that, Popeye was ahead of his time. He was all about the grip strength.
He
That's
knew-
where it was going.
He knew about the vegan diet before it started
Yeah, oh,
popping off.
fuck.
He was like, you guys don't need protein to get
Yeah.
jacked, you just need a can of spinach.
And keto. I never ate spinach before 12.
The keto craze now, if a fighter goes keto while they're competing, you already like bet against him. I remember JDS went keto like right before he
Yeah,
started getting knocked
yeah.
out.
And
in
he
the
was.
seconds,
This
you
is
know?
when he was trying to like drop down divisions or something. But like, I love that guy. But Kane killed him.
Yeah.
Right, those 2 Kane fights used up every single
Yeah.
light bulb on and off filament that he had for 30 fights the rest of his
You
career.
can't have a full career and then take that 5-round punishment and go to the
No.
second fight and then expect to like not get dementia 2 years later.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
it's-
Like it's the
Roughly,
wars that like shorten the lifespan,
Mm.
and that like those were next level wars.
Yeah. For sure.
And those are wars with the top 2 guys. It's not like a war on the way to like get you set for something or like journeyman war. It's the 2 best guys, and one guy is obviously better, and one guy obviously won't die.
Yeah.
and, and your pride costs you
For sure.
probably half a decade of
Yeah.
results.
Like I think when you get to that level and you're getting taken that much punishment, that's when like the argument is you can't pay these guys enough. Because it's actually like a,
Oh, there's no way you can remunerate someone for the risk they're taking,
Sure.
but that's what makes it so exciting, right? The gamble, the Russian roulette of it.
yeah. That's what makes like
That's
yeah,
the
it's what
buzz.
makes being a
Like,
fighter so
yeah,
fun.
yeah, it's
And-
the whole gamble.
Yeah.
You're betting on black. You're betting on yourself. But
yeah, it's like a lifetime of a rush.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Everything from like you don't know
There's
when you're
always
gonna fight, and then the fight comes, and then the opponent switches. and it's
totally,
just like,
totally.
man, what's going on?
You have to have something a little bit twisted about you to even want to do it in the first place, and then it's like, well, if you're gonna do all the stuff, the same stuff as the other guy's doing, then it just heightens the smidgen chance of everything working out, and the moon and the stars being in the right alignment, and you done all this stuff. Like, it's like, oh man, flag the casino.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're like, that's just the side bit of it.
Yeah.
Because there's the actual just like having a fight and her hopefully winning. And then you get the like buzz off that. But then if you've beaten all the odds, then it's tenfold, and then you can't. Then you're addicted and you can't stop.
What do you think about that? Like the difficulty that it is, kind of like that fighters, I'm sure, like almost all of us face, like trying to leave the sport and leave behind that rush.
You can't. There's like.
It's like you'll never stop wanting it.
Nah. The only thing that stops is your body. Your brain doesn't stop.
For sure.
Garish, Sophie, and John. Brian.
Hey, Neil, please meet you. G.
Hi, I'm Sophie. Nice to meet you.
John.
I was like sitting in my
It's
hole.
gonna be pretty close.
Yeah.
In the whole way, I'm going to jump deeper into this corner.
Yeah.
It's like Hawaii in here, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah?
Pretty
Is it
hot.
warm enough in here, or do you want a bit hotter?
Oh, pretty
Yeah. Sorter it up.
We just
No,
need
I'll
a
put the
few towels and
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of.
Pause the live and then come back to us when we just swim in there and tell us that place.
Introduce everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Not now, but like,
I thought Isaac said you were turning up in a suit. No.
Disappointed.
I called my whole trip.
Yeah, I'd go ahead in the suit.
Yeah.
I'll grab that date for you, mate.
Oh
I can't
yes.
believe Carl's lost then, because I was trying to find out what.
Oh, you what? Did you
No, I
see
haven't
it?
seen it. I didn't know.
Ah.
It's good. It's good. Good one
Yeah.
to watch. Yeah. Unlucky though. Yeah. You just got clipped.
He looked good.
Yeah, from the start.
He'll look
So
good. He'll look good even on the bottom the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate. I think the first time you see Jitters might have got a little bit.
No, he started off strong though. He started off strong.
That's I think maybe the visualization of how you think the fight's gonna go, and when it doesn't quite pan out, then you have to
You put it on
regather
too,
yourself.
And
Yeah.
like that
He put it.
adrenaline dump you have when you think you're
Well,
about to
that's
finish
the only reason
someone.
why I say about the jitters is because I don't think.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. No.
Well, cheers.
I don't
I'll do
think
a
his.
quick intro.
I don't think his adrenaline dump would have.
Let's do a quick intro. Isaac Savage here with the crew. Neil Waka, John Brewin, Soph, Garish. We're watching the UFC. We're just commentating KJs. We've got 3 more events to go, so back to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now we've got the 3.
Pleasure.
Now we've got the 3 title fights. So.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the money. This
What's
is
he
the
going to
money.
pick for
yeah.
this one?
Who's holding the belt at the moment?
It's Vake?
Peter.
Or
Nah.
Peter is the champ, eh?
Is Peter up next?
Peter. Yeah.
Petra.
Piotr or whatever. Yeah, what is it like?
Piotr. That's it.
Oh,
Is this going
Piotr.
to be changed in the rotation?
Piotr.
P-E-T-R-E?
are you going on haircut or just no haircut?
Yeah.
Actually, the other guy, when he was doing his warm up, his hands were really fast. So I'm gonna go with him.
Oh, man, geez.
Looked way faster than this dude. So
And he's got a Russian accent, so anyone
yeah,
with a Russian
that's
accent.
strong. Yeah.
Oh, is
the
it
last one I
Piotr?
picked based on haircut. So.
I thought you were talking about the fast twitch black muscle fiber.
No, the other dude, his hands are so quick.
This guy said it, not me, you know. He said it, not me.
Apparently though, these guys got a lot of beef on social
Yeah,
media.
Yeah.
but
They were
Elderman's
like calling each other in the weigh-in.
But at
Elderman's
the-
prettier too, so maybe
Yeah, at the same
Look at that
at
chain.
the same time on that
That's my chain
pre-fight
shine.
press conference, one of the reporters asked Piotr Jan whether they have any he's got any genuine beef with him and that, and he's like, no, I don't have any genuine beef. I just want to kick this curly head
Yeah.
guy's head off.
A bit racist, but
Can we say
No,
that?
no, curly hair's
See,
not
he's-
a racial profile.
So, Peter Young
fast.
trains at Tiger Muay Thai, and he's got big reps on him from the hip and butt.
He's
Like,
really
Fred Lipman
tough.
comes and trains
Yeah.
with us.
Mm.
All,
And he's
all our
fast.
boys know.
Yeah.
Just
And
rocking
he's
elbows.
his classic rigid lines, like karate style, and still the only one before him was sort of Lyoto that like carried it through. He doesn't care about the stance. He doesn't care about lines.
I mean, all the hype's for Aljamain, but Jan is just a guy that could and
Get it
easily
done.
will beat him.
He's scary.
There's no
His-
nonsense. eh?
Well, look at what he did as you just said to Aldo. I
Mm.
mean, Aldo is tough as they come, but he destroyed him.
Mm.
But Aljamain's fast.
Aldo came and trained in Bali for a couple of weeks.
Did he? Were you there?
Yeah, so he's a Long Island boy, so he wrestled with the Leone brothers, Isaac, when they and Donnie while they were living in New York, and so he came out to train at Bali MMA, and man, like he was good, like he had some good tricks and stuff like that, you know. So his grappling though, I remember just like being amazed by his
Really?
grappling. We had another guy training with us, this guy Khan, good brown belt, you know, and I remember like they had some great sparring rounds with the little gloves. You know, Khan's a Turkish guy, so like
Yeah.
he's firing, you know what I mean? So as soon as you touch him once, it was on. And they
Yeah,
good
the
scraps, so-
Turkish, Iranian guys,
Yeah,
like
man.
they're hot, man.
They're
They're
pride people, you know.
yeah.
Proud people, I should
It's
say.
not fun sparring with them, but man, they got skills and they
There's no
got
off
drive.
switch with them either, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
You know? Well, no halfway. It's just.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be the same with Dagestanis. You just, it's one switch go.
That's
One
all
speed,
they do, eh? That's
Charlie
all they do
Sheen.
is train and fight and train
Yeah.
and fight. No, he's This will be a good matchup. Aljamain is fast. He's pretty to watch.
This is like the first. Isaac was saying this before. There, I've only seen a couple of like highlights. But Piotr is he's got Aljo and some other guy.
Oh, he's good though. He's strong.
Of course, that's without a doubt. But that we haven't seen a proper champ versus legit number one contender for a while. It's always been like whatever fans and numbers sell.
It's been a mix-up in this division,
Mm.
you know. It has been a real
And fair enough because it's a murderous row. They're like 10 deep on anyone that can win.
That chain is running like Bali chains, eh?
That's where we got the inspiration.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
I wish
that's
I
brilliant.
had still had one.
But if that was real gold, that can't be real.
Oh, I feel like Aljo, I
He
don't
wouldn't.
want to say anything.
That'd be
about,
like
you know,
100 grand.
Yeah.
just, you know, I feel like he's dropped. I feel like he took his bonus and just said, you know what, I don't care.
There's-
I reckon that's a submission of the night and a KO of the night.
Yeah, like maybe one of those days he got that 100k bonus.
Yeah.
It couldn't not be real because he would be roasted
No, he
like
couldn't not,
everyone
yeah,
online
he
by
can't
being
have
like, you can't.
He
yeah.
wouldn't
Every
get
rapper would
roasted
be
for it
all
not
over
being
him. Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I look good in this.
Yeah.
He's been around a
It
while.
wouldn't even
Yeah.
matter.
I'm gonna be in trouble for a second time now, saying Jermaine's ice ain't real. Saying Nunes is gonna lose.
You need to walk out of the room.
So no one's backing me up, eh?
Yeah.
Not even people online. Like, is anyone out there online?
Not backing you up.
In my corner saying that Nunes has gone a bit soft.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
I don't think that's the right terminology. I think you should probably say like
Loving.
she has embraced her motherhood. Okay.
Or like even maybe lost motivation. You know?
But I kind of feel like if you
Change
say
motivation, change
if you say
lifestyle.
embraced your motherhood, that would kind of imply that you'd be more of a monster.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Don't come near my babies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
women for
Hey.
some reason get tougher. when they
Regardless.
become
Yeah,
mature.
yeah.
Gee,
Because
because they're
they're
like,
Oh,
don't touch with don't touch my cubs, man, because
Yeah.
they'll destroy you.
I seem to recall something about a nature documentary and don't go near the mama.
Oh, it's like the
and
polar bears.
cubs.
You go near their cubs.
Yeah,
like bears,
yeah.
you go near their
A
cubs.
dad doesn't give a shit.
I got
I
my
got my
beers,
beers and
yeah.
my lazy boy.
I got my beers. I got,
Yeah, the
got my
bar.
boys.
Wild's gonna take care of that.
Yeah.
Alright. It's like mother ducklings and all that. Like little
Yeah.
duck will take you out.
Well,
Yeah.
mother
I
ducklings, mother bears.
I don't see. I don't. You hear of mother ducklings, but you don't hear of any mother duckers.
Hey, but Kai Kara, beautiful speech tonight too. I think.
Oh boy, he just
Homage.
he's so proud. to be a
They're
Kiwi.
all like that.
Actually,
They're
Izzy
all-
is too. To be
all
fair.
of your teammates, all of your family are like that. They're all so team orientated and respectful for.
They get city kickboxing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So it
awesome.
was good. We
I love
put it it was so cool that we went to level 2 today.
Yeah.
So we all
Got
got
to
to
get
go
in
into the
there.
gym and
Yeah.
put the boys through this body this morning.
Nice.
So it was good fun. And
Oh,
it's
so you
just
trained
like
pretty
so-
hard this morning?
Well, you know, it's really them that's training.
Yeah, just
No,
this
we
guy,
did
like Brad
37
and
You're like
stuff.
a body
Take a
bag.
rest, yeah.
It's
yeah.
honestly crazy watching it all go, and these two guys, like Brad and who was it? Shane, just like constant. These guys just get up, hit them. Next one, hit them.
So
It's
it's every
just
30 seconds
relentless.
it'll change. So
Sounds
you've got,
busy,
full,
mate.
you've got a full gas tank,
Yeah.
you barely sweat.
There's like 12 other
Yeah,
guys in
Suck
the
them in
room.
the face.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so much fun.
The
Yeah.
Shark Tank.
You know?
Yeah.
But isn't
So
it cool
intense.
to see, for you to see that too, to see what
What
these guys
the
are
level
going
Oh my
through
god,
to
to see
actually
what
be...
they go through, and this was like, because I didn't really understand when you went for your flight overseas, when you say like, I've got a spider every week, and I'm like, okay, so you go in and train every week.
And you're like,
And-
oh, it's only this.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
It's like,
But
oh.
actually seeing it in person and seeing what they go
Yeah,
through to
I
prepare for these fights, and like the fight camp and how much
And
they
how,
cut,
and
and
how the brotherhood prepares
it's
the
family.
other ones.
It's
'cause-
so beautiful to see. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember when I came to City Kickboxing, I knew some of the boys and stuff, and I met Eugene before, but not like formally or anything. And I remember kind of right before the UFC Auckland, we had that Eternal show the night before, and a lot of us were fighting on a Friday night, maybe a couple months ago. All our fights got cancelled because of COVID and everything, but
Oh, yeah.
we went to that Eternal show. Oh, sorry, it was a Saturday night. We went to that Eternal show. We were supposed to do this fight at 6 p.m. We all went, and then you know, a big text went around, okay, we've got 5 boys to do a spider, we're doing it at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. And I get to the gym, like I rush from the show after BJ's fight. We had
You guys
4
were
guys
training
fight.
after that.
Yeah, we had 4 guys fight, and all 4 of them drove from the fight that they all won
To the gym.
to the gym,
Wow.
along with another 15 guys.
Yeah, like, be
10:30
motivated
at
as
night.
fuck.
On a Saturday,
to carry
yeah.
the team.
It was like for me, like I remember like leaving the gym and I was like, that was like something that
Yeah,
I probably
yeah.
never find anywhere else. Like
That's
that was
so
like,
cool.
Totally.
yeah, it was just an amazing culture, and I knew from then, like, you know, you just stay.
I'm
you
home.
just stay here. You know,
Ah,
And
this is
something
where
good's
I,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
the
Culture,
Yeah.
For
yeah.
you
Good
or for the
culture.
others or for New Zealand, and I think like that's
This is
the
where
whole thing.
I need to be.
All
Yeah.
the boys from the amateur boys to Israel and Alex who hold belts, we all go there because we know that like their culture is going to make something special.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether
Well,
it's for
but
you or someone
it's
else.
it's
you
the
know?
same
Like
as
I said,
any
a good
gym.
culture destroys a great strategy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I said that earlier, and I
Yeah,
went to
it's
Brad.
the same as hard work beats talent every time.
Yeah.
The same ethos.
I
You
ran
just
to
got to get as
Brad.
many sayings as you can and live by them.
Yeah.
I need
Same
this
for
good
everything.
10 sayings.
Exactly.
I'm just going to live
Yeah,
by them.
Yeah, you gotta
Like, are you
get
living
enough
up to that saying? Or
enough
what's
cliches that there's no touche.
I ran to Brad one night though, at night and day. It was like 10:30, and I was just coming home from a gig, from an MC gig, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm sniffing lollies, and I'm training at night because my fight's in Melbourne." This is before he was in UFC, so that it's just next level, with the CKB boys. I mean, they're training all the time, and at night, 10:30.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Saturday nights, Sunday
Yeah.
mornings, the first thing, like they'll wake up and it's like, cool, we're all gonna go in at 9 and they're all ready for it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
those-
you give up your most prized times.
Your
and it's
weekends,
like,
yeah.
you give up your valuable time, and then it obviously increases the value of what's being given to you
Right.
by the boys who are coming and making that sacrifice. So it's
If you're
really
gonna
cool.
make it at the top, that ain't really too much of a sacrifice. It's just what you do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And if you can't do that, then you're not
You're
gonna,
not
gonna make
committed
it.
to
So
it.
don't even turn up.
The really cool thing about it too, like and I find this like amazing, is that guys like Brad and Israel will show up the night before their spider to help a guy who's had 2 amateur fights.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he
cool.
trains and helps us on the Sunday, we're going to go and help them, kind of thing.
And how inspiring is that for the guys that are...
Beautiful, when I started, I didn't even know, when I was an amateur, and I was amateur for a little while, I didn't even know how to be a professional. I didn't even know you could do that in New Zealand. That was when Dan and Brad all lived overseas. And then now for these guys to come in and, right from their first amateur fight, they've got guys like Brad and Israel on the mats with them, it's pretty,
That's
it's
amazing.
pretty amazing. So they can role model off the best of the world for the first day in the gym,
How crazy is Aljamain starting?
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
He's fast.
I mean, you're probably thinking, God, I just grappled with him. Did you do any stand up with him?
I did.
You crazy bastard.
He was quite good, but he didn't you can see by the way he moves, he didn't sit down on his punches and
No.
his kicks as much as I'm used to here.
Maybe he's going to be a bit too flamboyant for old Jan.
Well, he could because he's faster. He just is faster, but Jan has got the power in his punches for a smaller fella. He's got power.
But it seems like Jan's Sterling's overwhelming him.
And he could just move. He's got like this. He's got to tie him down, and that's his strength. He's got to. And Sterling said this. He's got to be able to. Find, he's got to be able to find him.
Yeah.
He's not going to be there when those punches arrive, and that's the difference. If he can keep this.
It's just a wild style, though. It's not
5-rounder too.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, I mean,
Yeah, he's come out firing.
I'll be honest with you,
different
when
to
I
what I
see
thought
3
was gonna
5-round
be
fights at the end of a card, I get both excited and a little bit
Yeah. Oh my
anxious
god,
that I'm
this
gonna
is
be watching boring
55
fight.
minutes of.
I'll get a little bit anxious. I'm like, please don't give me 3 decisions in a row.
Yeah,
I really
true.
don't want that out.
it's probably a good time
This
for you,
is
Neil,
very
to come at
good
this
from
time,
Aljo.
for the
Good
last
time.
3.
Good time.
Wow. This is not what I was expecting at all.
Oh,
Nice.
But he doesn't mind this. He doesn't mind being on the ground.
No, that's his spot.
Oh,
He's
Peter
like, come
doesn't.
at me
He
then.
doesn't want to go to the floor.
Isn't what's his name? Sarah's his
Matt
Yeah.
Serra.
one of his coaches.
And very Longo.
That's so interesting. You know, I'm taking to the ground.
Nice little tie sweep.
I mean, Sarah, man, the guy that used to smash.
Oh my god!
What did I miss?
Oucho,
Mine
you
like knee to
machine.
the face.
I watched this.
Maybe the good haircut will win this
I
one.
watched, I watched this thing on Aljo where a whole bunch of his teammates were saying before that guy knocked him out with a heat kick. Who was that guy?
Mirage.
Marlon Moraes. Before that, they were all saying, oh, he just really doesn't like to get hit, and he always tries to avoid it and whatnot. And then they were all worried after. Oh my god!
He's this monster.
They're all-
Yeah, he's gone for it, eh?
Oh, well done, Piotr. That they're all saying
did
that.
you
they
bet on? Did you bet on Piotr?
Yes and no.
That's what I said. I don't bet on.
No,
fights really
I
wanna watch.
bet on the black man.
So Sterling.
That's true. But
Sounds
Lucky you're halfway there, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
But I don't know if.
Oh!
Yeah.
There's his
Yeah,
power,
little
mate.
pull too.
You gotta stay away from that
How
power.
crazy is that? Oh, that spinning elbow.
You gotta keep that pace up, otherwise Peter's gonna.
Gonna find him, eh? Yeah.
But after that fight with Moraes and after he got knocked out, he seems to have turned into a whole different animal.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe he just.
He just believed. He finally figured out. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The thing he was afraid of the whole time. Yeah.
It's like, it's like a little net, you know?
He's just
It's like a decision I don't have to wait for, you know?
Yeah, and you would have had the same thing as well. You're like, oh shit, I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's. Well, that's not so bad. It is.
What we're seeing here tonight, though, is like you can throw all the punches and kicks,
wow.
but if someone's just going to be stand up stock and take it, they might win it.
Wow.
And Jan's taking everything.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. He's got that Sarah Jiu-Jitsu coming
Oh
out. Eh?
man.
Get him.
Oh, whoa. But then, where's Jan from? What's his
Jan's Russia and Aljo's Jamaican.
Well, Jamaican
Well, like
American.
Caribbean
Yeah,
American.
born in
Jamaican
America.
Queens
Right?
kind of
Whatever.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Queens.
Yeah, like everyone just pays homage to where they're from, right? Like from Nigeria, Jamaica.
Yeah, has good striking, you know, he's got like nice strong Muay Thai style.
Oh,
Oh,
dumped
Did he
him.
hit him on
Oh,
his head?
Yeah,
Dumped.
damn.
And he picked up Sterling, and he looks like a big
Hey,
man. In it.
thank God for that little bit of afro there.
Yeah. Little bit of padding on the way down.
They reckon the beards do help.
That's what we were talking
Wait,
about the
is
last
Jan's
fight.
super comfortable on the ground. This is a great spot for Jan.
He's got good
But these guys
control,
take
right?
It's
hits
true.
like no other human being could.
No, probably
they're
like
just
5.
They're kind of used to it as
Probably
well.
like 5 human beings in the world.
I mean,
that's a good
Probably
round.
the same.
Who won that round? Should I start scoring the rounds or?
Yeah, you can. I won't.
Mm.
Because I don't
I don't know.
I don't
I
have it
was-
all on camera.
I thought Piotr was really nailing that, and then all of a sudden,
How do you spell his last name?
Jan.
First
oh
name.
man.
Jan Sterling.
Jan
Yeah,
that is
Piotr
His
Jan.
first name
Jan
is
is the last name.
P-E-T-R.
Like Peter.
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 Yeah.
I reckon that was a Sterling round.
Well, here's the more.
I think so.
Oh!
I think so too.
Yeah.
I reckon he landed more clean power shots.
You got dropped with that pull too, isn't it?
Definitely a Sterling round.
You got that.
But that DDT was, I reckon that was.
But he's got to keep that energy up now.
Back, look
That
at
was
See, he
that.
dropped him. He dropped
Holy
him.
crap.
That was solid.
His
Bit of a
eyes.
balance thing,
Like,
that way
good
he's
shot.
not leaning back away from
this
it.
one.
Oh, right on the head too.
Ah,
See, that could have put him out there.
That was a bit of a Kevin Randleman fade or
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
suplex kind
that was
of
a
thing.
rampage.
Ah, the king of the slams.
This is a sport, you know.
Do it right, you know?
Yeah.
See, he's
It
never,
looks like all they are all doing it right.
he's never going to
Singing on
stop coming.
swimming's a sport too.
Yeah.
So is croquet.
How about like bowls? Like, do
That's Olympic
you
sport
want to just
too.
do that?
Yeah, you pay me right, I'll do that. and increase the risk level and reward.
You keep that energy up for 5 rounds.
Probably bit
Yeah,
on the
that's
joints,
gonna be-
eh, Bowls?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
And the brain, like,
That was
just start checks.
Don't
that was
have
a
to pay
pretty
checks a lot.
hefty, pretty hefty pace.
Really?
Pretty hefty pace for the first round.
Oh no, I mean Bowls. There's Bowls hefty paychecks.
Oh no,
Yeah, they can-
I
They
was
can make up to
I was
20
back to
grand
the
a year
fight.
sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Well, that'd be better than me by a song.
It is-
It
It is the way I play it.
Fuck, sign me up.
And you can go and play for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
And no hospital
It seems
bills.
like a real rock star sport, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just play down.
You travelling the world and-
You don't have to go overseas and do that bloody quarantine they got to do.
Yeah, that's the word.
You don't have to retire till you're 500.
Yeah. It's very longevity. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could play.
It's a long game.
Yeah.
He doesn't sell that many tickets, right? You're not making Mayweather dollars if you play bowls, right? If you're number one.
Quite close.
Wow. It's all a
Close.
marketing, right?
You're not betting 50 grand on your next fight. I mean your next bowl.
No, that's
You need
5 years
both.
salary.
Yeah. And also you get like 4 a run. That's 200.
Yeah, you buy no Hublot watches and that's it.
No, you're just looking at them.
No, but
Yeah, okay, Jan's still coming through.
Well, he's just going to keep coming. So
Yeah.
as long as Aljamain,
now these guys aren't going to stop in any way whatsoever. They're
as long as he's fit.
energized bunnies. I just love the fact that Piotr Jan went to Brazil when he was 16
Yeah.
to go and train with
Well, if anything, I feel like
Jose.
Is it just me or is this
when he was 16.
second round taking a bit more of a?
Yeah, there's a bit
Yeah.
more even. There's a bit more
So
even.
right, mate, turn on fucking
When he was
pose in there or
16.
something.
Oh, yeah.
When
One or
he
two
was
glasses of
16,
anything,
he
I'm
went
going
to
to be
Brazil.
playing all night, eh? I got problems. The small bladder.
Tilted.
I've
I've got the same.
Hydrogen.
Those, those weight cuts, eh?
Yeah,
Water blast.
This is
in there.
putting Jan under pressure that he probably hasn't had before. He's covering up a lot more.
You got a nice bathroom in there though, Isaac, you know?
Well, just only because
you
you
must
guys
have hated
made
it over there in Bali where they have the bathroom where like
Right.
everything's one thing.
Dude, it was like a.
Everything's one thing.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't there, but it was like.
Because you stayed in our house, the
Yeah.
rooftop house.
Did you live out in Bali?
Yeah, and
You
when I
did it for a
first
while, yeah.
came out, it was like. It was like the toilet was just a set. I don't even know how to explain it.
It's ridiculous. Like
The
they
Portaloo is
they
like
put the
Gucci.
toilet
Yeah,
right
oh,
next
wow.
to the like to the shower.
Sounds like
And I used to
fun.
always say to Ima, one of our boys from Malaysia, I used to
it's
be
health
like,
and safety.
why don't you
You
just
need
put a
2
little
doors
wall in
between.
so that your water when you shower doesn't go all over your toilet. And he was like, we just don't mind.
That's
I was like, why
the
don't
same
you
as
But
Hong
there's not
Kong.
even hot water there, so it doesn't even. Well, not
Yeah.
Thailand as well. I mean, you're having a shower sometimes in a tub.
Yeah.
You're just putting a tub of things.
It's all
over
one
it.
room.
Yeah.
It's just
No
tile.
aircon. Oh, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you've lived over
Yeah.
there. People are sleeping in the
bedroom,
ring.
isn't it, too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
People are sleeping in
yeah.
the ring using a
The
towel
ring was-
pan as a pillow.
The ring was
Oh,
more
yeah.
comfortable than the
Oh,
bed I
yeah.
had for the first 2 years.
One of the
I used to
glass
get up so I
rooms.
could go and get swept on my ass on the ring. So soft.
I think though, being in those environments builds your immune system. Like,
Yeah.
people over there.
Yeah. When you're exposed to that much dirt.
I'm never getting COVID. There's no way.
Yeah.
No way.
COVID ain't good.
COVID comes and tries to bounce in and just
Yeah.
Nope.
too dirty for me.
Yeah. Dude, I was eating bats for like the last 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, Peter.
Oh.
I don't know if this is part
Ah,
of the
yeah,
thing or
this
if
is
it's
very
all-
bad.
It's covering up a lot.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he's
Aljo
like
is
he's
like,
just
he's
like
all
watching
on
that
deep.
time, yeah.
he's taking this round again, I
Because
think.
Elgin made
Oh,
Oh
nice.
no.
Let's
go.
go.
That
Aljo
was
got caught by
so
the
low.
Mississippi last time.
Because it's still early.
Oh,
you're right, man.
shit.
Oh, wow.
And Jan gets
so-
stronger the
God, he looks
further
small
the round
though.
goes.
Yeah, totally.
It's almost like whatever Sterling throws, Jan just keeps weathering through. It doesn't really affect him.
It's a bit like that big black man with Carlos.
Yeah.
Old Aldo had a good couple rounds against.
First three.
I thought
First
that
three were nice.
Aldo's a beast. He's definitely
Yeah.
gonna take this bout.
And then he just
Really just stayed through it the whole time.
did his.
Because the objective might have been to try and get it done quicker because Jan gets stronger.
Yeah,
So he might have been trying to.
Maybe,
Just finish him in the
but
first round.
this might be a Carlos Alberg situation. He might be a little bit tired now. He's been trying to hunt for that finish.
Yeah.
Got some more water on its way.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
tell you what, I can't wait for Carlos's next one. Because I used to always find with all my students, I used to try to set them up for a loss, like for the first fight.
Oh, yeah?
So there was there's nothing to live up to. There's no
Yeah,
There's nothing to
There
do.
was-
yeah,
there was
because
times when I had my first
I had so many of my students like jump weight categories, and get these awesome wins on the
think about
first
the
one.
first
Yeah.
loss, you're worried
And then
about
you-
that
and
too
then
much.
you-
It
no
wasn't
matter
hard, but you think about that.
And whatever the result,
Yeah.
that's the benchmark
That's
you
true.
set for yourself. And
So you
then,
just get rid of that.
yeah, exactly,
get it out of the way,
from the
because it's
start.
gonna
I set them up hard from the start, like, no matter what. If they're on buck, I'll find someone with like 300 plus fights or something, just to not make it be a good fight, and so they can
Yeah.
use all this stuff,
And they get
but
confidence.
not win.
Yeah.
No, it's great if they do.
And then if they
but-
do, it's like, wow, there's something
yeah,
special.
yeah, which is like sort of double-sided, but
No, that's a good point. I lost my first fight. I fought boxing.
and then the second fight, you don't care because
you
you
don't
got
have
nothing to
anything to
live up
do.
to.
Yeah, you don't have anything
Like,
to fear about it.
Hey, just want to give you guys a live comment. Someone asked if you're a Dan Hooker.
I'm Dan Hooker. Like me myself.
You remember?
Yeah.
Does he look like Dan Hooker?
No, you remember that thing where Robbie Lawler, that guy, that Chechenyan guy or something, got mistaken for Robbie Lawler?
And someone asked if you're Alistair
like,
Overeem that's lost a little bit of weight.
Hey,
yeah.
or who's the other one? There's a rugby player that I look like too.
Who's that? Rob Athoko.
No, wrong half, man.
Who? What All Black do you look like?
It was Vitor. No, Victor.
Victor Vito.
Victor Vito.
I know my rugby.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was too.
With a beard though. With a beard, yeah.
I'm coming back in like the doorman trench coat, and some drunk student goes, "Are you Victor Vito?"
Yeah.
Sure.
He's like, yeah, I just took a job on the doors.
Yeah, because I'm walking home and student Phil was.
Oh, that's good.
I think Jan's
He's quick.
He's getting,
He's getting
stronger.
better.
Yeah, Jan's pushing forward.
Yeah.
I think he was.
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
It's like, he's been like waiting.
Beautiful.
I think he
How
was
good.
playing a little bit,
Smart,
holding
eh?
it back. Yeah.
Jan has some sick sweeps.
Well, he's got power hits. You don't know where that's generated from because
Yeah,
He's
it's
just
just,
slow.
it just looks like karate solid
Nice,
stance,
yeah.
no like lean
Yeah.
and bull bash, but
He looks quite robotic, eh? But
the
he
one
has
that he
natural
dropped Aldo with, that was just a straight up like karate knee. That wasn't like a turn over, roll your hip
Nothing
knee. It was
fancy,
just
just-
straight up back.
Where does the power come from?
And his kicks, they're just flicky, but they're same damage as follow through kicks.
I still like. Oh shit! We didn't even judge the fuck.
You missed those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
We need
Who
to.
won? Don't guess. That's what the pros do anyway.
Yeah. I'll probably put
Sterling
like.
went second, I reckon.
Okay. So what was that? We're
Person
taking
with the
Sophie
least
Sophie,
fighting knowledge.
the least experience.
Sterling,
did get the second.
I did that as
Nah, Jan. I got Jan.
No, round 2. I reckon.
Yeah, I got Jan round 2 as well.
I'll go
Sterling,
still.
Sterling round 2.
I go still
I go
Sterling
Jan,
round 2,
Jan
but
round
Jan's
Jan
getting
round
stronger.
3. Yeah.
This
He's
is
getting
round
stronger,
3,
man.
I think Yarno round 3.
Jan
Yeah,
round
for
3,
sure.
He's
easy.
hitting.
He's been doing this the whole
Well,
3.5 minutes.
Listen,
So was like
this is what. You're just as qualified as any of these other judges.
But that's
What are
what
you
fights are
talking
about.
about?
That's what we
You
were
can go
talking
either
about
way.
before, like,
It's
Yeah, what are your thoughts, Neil, on some of the judges? Like,
Dude,
With
the only
boxing
thing
and
I'm
kickboxing,
currently ranked in
sometimes
is like
I
international
just
titty
don't know,
weights.
eh?
we talked about the Joe Parker fight. We talked about some of these fights. Sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I judged some boxing here one time, and I'm just going what I see and what I perceive to be the winners, and then they
Yeah.
said, "Why don't you spend
Oh.
some more time with us because what I was judging seemed to be all right."
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just going, what's my
And-
perception of the winner?
Well, and then what does that say when they've had people judging these things for so many years that have been doing it in and out and then you come in with a fresh look
Right.
and
I'm
oh
doing
wait,
alright,
we should
yeah.
probably go with you.
Yeah.
What does that say about the fraternity to date?
We'll just say that they're blind.
Not really trying.
What did you do for the Parker fight, Isaac? Did you go along in here?
No.
No.
Watch
I judged and personally judged.
I'll judge all of them.
But I don't think it was 11. One judge voted
Oh
11.
man, Piotr is a
I
beast.
That was
think
ridiculous.
Farr probably got four rounds max, but Parker did edge forward. But that was my opinion. What do you
This
think?
is not how I expected
What do you think about the split
this
of the
athletic
of
black man
coach?
specimen to be doing.
I think it was already called before it happened.
Piotr is like
And
is
that
doing
was their
so
final
many sick
hula
little
or
tricky
to,
things.
You know, I think
That-
So this is nice, eh? Look at
This
that.
is like
That's quality time.
the
That's smart.
this is a Thai like what a Thai would do to give you a lesson in Muay Thai. This is
Barry's
what
got-
Piotr's
Barry's got a
doing
couple
for
of fighters,
the
you see,
MMA
It's
lesson.
cool
for-
to see Thai clinching come
And
through, you know, like this.
that's the only difference
And the
is
new
champion
coach
number
in
one.
UK will just be different.
Right. That's the next best guy,
Yeah, yeah.
and he's doing that.
He's doing what like the Thais would do to the person who never clinched
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, how come we even
Laugh
got
at
Thais
it.
getting into this in a big way yet?
Because
Well,
they
'cause
don't
he's
like the
grappling.
rolling around bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
grappling.
they just hate the grappling, yeah.
That'd be good. 'cause
Everything's,
even though
everything's good standing up.
Because you know, in the what's the kickboxing thing called again? You know, the world kickboxing, the big one overseas. What's
Glory.
it called? Glory.
Oh, Glory that
I
came
love
up.
watching the Thais fighting there.
It's cool
But-
to see their
But they're
style
handicapped.
transition
They're
across,
handicapped
like-
because they can't
There's no
follow
clinch,
through on the
and
clinch.
there's no
That-
elbows.
And there's size.
So they have to try and do kickboxing with Muay Thai with some shut off elements.
Well, it's like K1 when they brought a few Thais over, and yeah, some of the Thais did. Oh, wow.
Well, they brought
Yeah,
some
they-
of the lighter ties
Mm.
to the heavier weights.
Yeah.
What about that knockout Kalkai and Mighty Mo? Have you guys-
Ah,
I was
yeah.
there. I was there for that.
What?
Yeah, that's
What?
like
Yeah.
that's
He's
up
serious.
there.
Yeah, because I was in Ray's corner for
Mm.
a few years.
That's the same as Ray and Mark. That's the same as Ray and Mark watching Kalkalai and Mighty Mo. That-
That was a crazy. And it just goes shin on shin.
I reckon that's second. Ray
Yeah,
and
so
Mark,
also when you
Ray
see
and
that
Mark with the like
Oh.
kissing and
That was
kissing
what
and
was gonna say,
smashing.
what you were saying.
Walk out of club, Roro, Biffo. That was number one. And
They're just fast. I mean, they're fast, and that's the
I
difference.
just showed
He actually flew off the
That was
ground.
the-
though.
Nice.
He came off the ground and he took out a guy that was probably 40 or 50 kilograms heavier than him.
Catching that shin to the head, though. I mean, too quick.
Yeah. I went to sleep without anyone leaving the ground. I went straight to the ground.
That will go down though as one of the coolest knockouts for a day.
Yeah.
Smaller guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is exactly what Israel's building to right now. This is a Mighty Mo Calculite moment.
What about now manhood when he slipped Mark up with that?
Yeah, on the back foot,
another
though.
one.
On the
On the back foot.
Yeah, that's the same as the
That was
forest.
crazy.
The forest backwards silver jab.
No, but that's a good point though. It's just science. Sometimes if you get tapped in the right spot, it doesn't matter how big or strong you are. It's
Yeah,
science.
it's just mechanics. Yeah.
Hello, baby.
I remember.
Hello.
He's pulled it back
Where is
though.
he?
I was
Yeah, he's still in there.
Yeah. Aljo was not doing very well for the last 3 minutes.
I'm not at home. Okay, bye.
Yeah, this one's been really even this round.
This is much better.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen.
Was it
Yeah, it's been like tip for tap.
Aljo's trying, but it's not really.
when
coming to
you back in
fruition.
studio Wednesday?
I think so.
Oh, did that hurt? That looked like it hurt.
Loving those jackets, mate.
Yeah, I got a whole. Got a whole heap.
Is that from the studio there or in your studio, your wardrobe?
Mine.
Very
I bought
tired.
a whole heap. Well,
Yeah, you can tell.
yeah,
Yeah.
I bought a whole heap.
Especially he came out so
Yeah.
fast and now he's
Yeah.
just like walking
Yeah,
around
there's
there.
a lot
Yeah,
of.
Oh,
that's
really
He's so good at
Yeah.
that cheeky Bruce
I got
Lee
allowance.
sweep.
I
That's
used
such a
to get
gangster
sick of
move,
it.
eh?
Yeah, and
It
nobody,
looks so
you can't do it
Are
unless
they
you push and
wood
shove at the
style
right
ones or-
time.
The whole
and,
angles and everything.
and you have to
They
get
used to
him
teach
like
you
relaxing on the
these are
bit that you want him
combination
to
of
at
cases
the
when I
time
see
as
them.
well.
And he's a
Just
lot
wanna get
taller as well, so it's like further for him to reach to it.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got big hair.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
true.
what I would put.
Yeah,
His
true.
hair was high tech. He takes that hair off. What happened to that guy?
We're all the same.
He's actually 5'2". Like,
Yeah.
Man, that was a nice
So,
little shot he just-
Okay, we're in the fourth round now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belgium is
Aljo's
tiring.
struggling.
Yeah, he's
So
Aljo's
Jan's
tiring.
Ooh.
I think
Jan
They've
is
both
just
done
the
real
same.
well this.
I
I
think
think
it's
Jan
2-2 going into the fifth.
Yeah, I think it's
Alright.
even
The fifth
too.
is where it's going to make a
Man,
difference.
But-
money round.
But Jan is
Oh,
the same.
nice.
Jan is the same.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
here we go.
Aljo is noticeably different.
Aldo has to get on his back. He's got to sleep him.
He's got to push
He's
it.
not going to knock him out.
Jan's just
He
showing how
keeps
tough he
getting
is,
caught.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
Who wants it now? You all know when you
This
get to
is-
that fatigue
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
What's the
This is-
difference?
This is the do or die. The
Especially when it's so
stage.
50-50 here now. Like,
Yeah.
These guys might not.
I love
These guys
Jan
have
to
no
give
idea
that.
what's going on. You know?
Aljo's, but I reckon Aljo's behind, but he's
Hang on
not
there.
that far
What's
behind
happening?
too.
Oh!
That's an illegal
What
That was
was
3
that?
points, right? That was
Yeah.
3 points. That was knee, foot, and knee.
That was, he was like pushing
That's 3 points.
So that's what he was obviously waiting for when we were like, oh, what's he doing?
Was he up? I don't think
What's
so.
going on
There
there?
was he still had 3 points of contact on
Now,
the ground. I'm
what
pretty
does
sure.
Aljo
Does he
do
split?
here? Does
He's
he
gonna
handball?
take it. He's
Does he
fine.
handball, play
He's
possum?
fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
And then they review the tape and his
But
foot.
His
If
knees
he's
on
got
the
it in
ground. Is
front-
that the knees on the ground?
Oh, bro, that's
3
illegal.
points.
Yeah.
There's 3 points
That's
of contact
illegal.
on the ground.
No, one knee was on the ground.
Yeah, 1 knee, 2 feet.
Yeah.
You can
3
have a
points.
hand down now, but it has to be weight bearing. And you can't
Alright.
play like
I thought it was 3 points.
There was
He
no
did
need.
3
You
points
can
was
have-
on the
You
ground.
can have your toes and a hand down, but your hand has to be flat.
There was a
Full
great
of
knee
weight.
that
Like taking weight.
Yeah. So you're almost climbing up. But his knees down, that's.
But he didn't
That's
even,
not
the hand didn't even matter because he had
Yeah.
the knee and the 2 feet. So there's
So
3
what-
points.
what's
So
his
he's
hand
grounded.
down?
His knees down, he's grounded.
So he's
You're
not
not
allowed
allowed
to
to
get
hit
kicked in the face.
Yeah.
As a grounded opponent.
Yeah.
But if you're on the ground, you can smack him in the face.
But he
You
had
can
two
punch
hands
him.
or
You
one
can
hand.
unkick him. You
Um,
can kick him in the face, but
Yeah.
you can't. But if he's got 3 points on the ground,
Yeah.
while he's like in your guard, or then he's grounded, and you can't kick him in
You
the
can't kick him in the face. So you can't like if someone's lying down on the floor, you can't run up and soccer kick them in the face.
Okay.
So
That's
that's
heart
attack gone.
That's,
Aljo,
that's
don't
your
do this.
KO move gone.
Don't do this, Aljo. Just
No,
take the break. Take the break for 5 minutes. You can win this.
But
Don't-
okay, if it was an illegal kick and he goes down and gets out the fight, then how can the other guy win?
No, it's not. It's
He'll
like.
win by DQ.
Who will?
Do you,
Who will?
Aljo,
Aljo will win.
Well,
by
they give it
DQ.
to him.
Well, he-
They give him the
Well,
back.
it's
DQ the whole
I don't
thing.
know.
If he
I
doesn't
don't
want
think.
to fight, if he can't fight,
Nah, because I think they go up until the points to that point. So whoever was
So
winning the
But once
fight.
they pass a point, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Whereas if it was inside the second round.
Yeah, if it was like round 1 or round 1.5, then if you get disqualified,
I tell you
you're
what, I
out.
wish we had the commentary clearing this up. They are, you know,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
We turn the commentary.
someone that knows, someone that's in the field. I'm pretty sure we had
But see,
someone
even
like
if they
that,
carry
but,
on,
no,
he's
Can we turn the commentary up?
he's
they go off whoever was winning, otherwise the
It still
fight
could
gets
be
called off.
Sterling.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
if
if
he
he
has
was
more
winning,
points, he
if
still
he- yeah,
wins.
totally.
But he
I
might
think
not.
that's.
So
I think that's how
yeah,
it
no
goes.
one wins.
They've called it. They've called the fight though. So
I think Sterling's up 2-1 round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so
wait.
if that's right,
Then
then
Sterling will win.
yeah, but
well, no.
They should just disqualify him for an illegal.
I
yeah,
think you should
this
have-
It was
round
pretty
means nothing,
even.
right?
It was pretty even though. So like what?
Oh, you've got 2-1 for Sterling.
Because he doesn't want to win
It was
like that
pretty even
anyway.
though up until
You didn't
then.
take a win like that, surely.
I
Do
mean,
they count?
no, that was a shit. That he got kneed. He got kneed while his hands were down. That was
Yeah.
a shit knee.
Yeah, I agree with Justin.
Knee
Like,
to ground.
there
your
should be
punch.
no option for him to continue. If he basically got knocked out just then by an illegal shot, he gets the belt.
Yeah.
If you're the young, you know the
Nah,
rules.
I don't go that far.
Yeah.
I think no contest. The fight doesn't mean shit. You keep your belt. You have a rematch another time.
No, I don't
Yeah.
reckon because
Yeah.
the fighter, he should have known better as
Yeah,
the
he knows the
champion.
rules.
Because what happens if you're down
I
4
agree.
rounds and you got the belt? You're down 4 rounds, then you just pull off
Yeah.
the most
Illegal,
illegal groin
Yeah,
shot.
it's illegal.
totally-
So it's over.
I
So
totally
you
We'll
win.
start next week.
Yeah,
I totally agree, but I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Mm.
I think you do something illegal, you get disqualified, you lose straight
Yeah,
away. It
yeah.
doesn't matter what the point log was.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think, but that
You don't reckon that's
Like
going to
that
happen?
is so
yeah.
obvious. He was not standing up.
that looks
His knees on the
my
ground.
God,
His
that's
knees
not
on the
even-
He was
ground.
literally looking at his knee.
Not
like,
even
oh, it's still on the
trying.
ground. Here's the knee.
Yeah, he could have done that just. to
I've
win
got
the
your
fight.
hands, your knees on the ground there. How about
How about the most illegal move ever? You know?
To finish it because I'm not up to the 5th round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
disqualification?
Yeah, if it's intentional, it's a
But this is the only. I think this is our. This is the only point of
So who wins?
contestation.
Clearly
so
they're
it's
gonna-
still
Clearly
waiting.
on purpose.
Still waiting.
Come on. So who walks away with the title?
I don't know.
I think they give it to Aljo.
Yeah.
What?
But do they count the points before, or they just?
Oh,
They
he
should
can't
just
even
disqualify the
stand.
person who did it.
What do you reckon should happen?
That's what they should happen. They should give it to LJ.
I think it should be a rematch.
They've got him.
Why is he
Oh
holding
yeah,
his
nice
hand?
one. Real good touch. Real good.
How small?
And good
He held
taste.
his
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Holds
yeah,
his hand
yeah.
up. Nice one.
Oh, what is that? Enough in your
They
back? Hang
should
on,
not
let me
give it
just.
to
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But how much smaller is he?
Yeah.
I didn't think that before.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Intentional. Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Is that a weird way to
Go, Aljo!
Yeah.
Go,
Strong arm,
Aljo!
baby. Let's go.
Go!
Strong arm.
Yes! You don't like it. You don't like it.
It's just a weird way to
To be
win.
honest,
Yeah,
I don't-
it's cheap.
I don't
Instant
like it for
rematch.
Aljo.
Instant
No,
rematch.
but
Surely.
he's the champ
He
and
got- He's got
he
it.
shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, go chuck it
Oh,
away.
he's-
Yeah,
oh,
there
he's
you
put it down on
go.
the
It's
ground.
good TV.
But that's good because he's saying, I want
Of
to win
course,
this properly.
of course.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah,
the champ.
yeah, true.
Hey, he won't,
True.
mate. When it comes time to
Hey,
fight
historically,
The only thing,
still going
the
down
only
as the
person that knows whether he could or he couldn't have is him.
yeah.
But the outcome is still the same.
I tell you what, he's not going to be throwing that belt away.
No.
When he signs
Yeah.
the next bout agreement and they say, Chris, you get
He's
pay-per-view money,
He's
you get an extra
I
3,000.
get pay-per-view points.
Oh, actually,
Look
sorry
how I bought
about
this.
that. Let me put that belt there.
Do you want the money or no?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
You don't want
You
it?
want the pay-per-view points? You said the belt. You do it.
But that just shows a man he is, eh?
Yeah.
He got dropped illegally, but he felt like he wanted to win in a proper way, and he just threw the belt down. And he won by disqualification.
And his head's not in the right place. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't know how withered
Yeah.
he is at the moment. as
I can't wait for
well.
him to come on Ariel Hawani's show next week.
We'll give it a couple of
He'll
days.
give a good yarn, you know.
Give a good yarn.
Uh,
Oh, you good.
Man, he's
Hey, well,
shaking
the
it off.
last 3 events are all starting off quite spectacularly,
There's
right?
so many
Quite
finishes on
controversially.
this card, eh? Like the early prelims were like almost all knockouts and submissions.
But I was saying this is one of the best cards in
yeah.
a
I think
long,
so,
long time.
Yeah, yeah. This is easily the best post-COVID.
Yeah, it's a really good
during
card.
The
COVID.
coolest
card.
thing about that is everyone knows it was intentional.
Yeah.
There was no question
that was
about it.
dirty.
Yeah.
He
It
read
was
that
wrong.
out like that,
Yeah.
and man, that is embarrassing. Fairly
Yeah.
Young put his
Yeah.
hand up like he won the fight. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, bro? He's doing it.
Shit, he's going to do an interview.
It's a real dog.
He
move,
won't
mate.
even know
No,
what his name is.
don't
You
do
shouldn't
an
be doing
interview.
We're supposed to have rules.
This
against
is like DC
Yeah. Yeah,
post John
crying.
Jones. Don't do the interview now.
Should we hear the interview? Can we mute it or?
Yeah, one second.
like the heavyweight and light heavyweight New Zealand under Lolo. And then the next lot of people, like I never got to actually see you guys, but that's what like the Godfather mentality was.
On this, bro.
I was just a no-name kind of coming up trying to start fighting, but that's the same lineage we all would have got.
I never knew that. I just, I think they're like that. I didn't think I was.
But you're part of the same stable from. I think you're all doing it together.
I think none of us.
Part of a
really,
special movement.
I think none of us considered we were ourselves.
Particularly like individuals. Yeah.
It was a real thrill to be a part of.
That Balmoral League house had.
Yeah.
Had
And
the whole.
And we're saying this because there were guys there that could have been the best as, they were amazing that they just never pushed through, but they could have easily.
Well, it's just because they just stayed in the hood. And that guy, there was a Spider-Man Ali in there as well.
Tons of amazing.
Yeah.
I think because it's like you guys.
The yellow and red shorts. They were intimidating and and knee shaking. You see, oh damn it, Lola's turned up with those bloody reading yellow.
So were people worried back in the day when they saw the yellow and red shorts?
It was fine for everyone that didn't know. Then you see the yellow and red shorts turn up with a star on them, and you're like, oh god, this is gonna be painful. And then every time at the announcing, the guy in the yellow and the red and the star shorts is doing this. Yeah, like, dude, it's like, stop skipping. What's happening here?
Was it you that was saying earlier? It wasn't even winning a title back in that. It was actually beating someone from Balmoral.
Yeah. It was.
You had like 5 titles. If you beat a guy from Balmoral.
Yeah. And the only other one that you had trouble with was City Liga. If there wasn't yellow and red like star shorts.
Our cousins.
Silly guy, both intertwined. Really, like I remember 5 years back when I first came here, Brad Riddell was training at Silly Liga. Then obviously went off to CKB. Silly Liga is like the heritage.
The Godfathers. Yeah, well that's
Lolo
where that's
/ Sifu Philip Lam.
Yeah, well like Sifu was the one that he brought all the people over so that we could even know, and then Lolo took it a step further.
Lolo was making waves like in the 70s, 80s. He was going to retire.
Yeah, that's right. That's Sifu. Sifu did that. Sifu did that.
Well.
Sifu said
Jason Vimore and Papa, Jason Suddy, Scanlon.
And this was all just the stable.
But am I going to get proved wrong? Am I going to be right that Megan Anderson, the Poblacks?
I think it'd be hard for her, but she could do it.
Wow.
I find it like
she has
like
all of the physical attributes.
Scarily beautiful. Like
okay, back to the fights.
I think you've got some 6 inches on you too.
Well, probably up to like.
That might be what he's got.
No, she's pretty.
That might be what you're mine, huh?
Yeah, she's something about her.
Oh, come on, look at the confidence.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Look at the radiance. She's coming out. She's going to destroy.
You realise
she's got a big reach.
So which ones had the other ones, the new mum? Yeah.
You realise you'll need a ladder for the giraffe.
Shut up. Just because you're tall.
I'll probably need a ladder too.
But what I also like is that City Kickboxing and Elite, they're all like the next level because the
that's the next it's the next generation. On the tree. like with everything that the Godfather Lolo did to get everyone where they are, I think it's just such an awesome testament to Lolo that all of these people have come off, made their own gyms and whatnot, and
well, just go show the foundation.
yeah, and people know them as establishments on their own, and people tend people that haven't known it for that long tend to forget that Lolo is where it came from, but the people that know only have more respect for Lolo and seeing what these people like have turned out like the CKBs, the elite.
Well, even Mike Ikele, like Mike was trained through ETK, Jason. And
Wild
he,
Stables.
I've trained Jace
and
with Mike, and I see a style that's been passed on from Jace to Mike.
Totally.
That's a little bit different.
Everything's the same.
Yeah.
Same number system.
It's all
same
Lolo
footwork.
system.
low
It's
kick,
all
you know?
Lolo system. Everyone puts a little tweak on it to personalise the system, but it's all Lolo system. But I guess you could say it's Sifu's system, but Sifu entrusted Lolo to carry it on, and he's the one that.
But then
that
they've
bred
taken
it.
their own flavour and adapted.
And that's what you should do. It's evolution as well.
Totally. Yeah, Sifu got Fanta in, got Pad Thai in, and Lolo fed off that, and then they all competed against each other, and then he made Lolo's style.
Yeah, we had some good ties around that.
Yeah,
John
and-
Bing.
Pad Thai,
Yeah,
bro.
John
He's such a
Bing,
legend,
John
man.
Bing, Fanta, Pad Thai, like they were the shit.
When Pad Thai brings his fighters to Auckland, you still see that real Muay Thai style come through, but then it's just not as dynamic as what he's passed on to the likes of BTK and Jace. Like,
Yeah.
It's,
It's time as well though, because if you're
Thai
not
style
in
is
amongst-
almost like, not John Bing, but what's that guy out of kickboxer, Tong Po? How he comes forward. Like,
yeah, front leg
Keep-
bop, but it's time as well. Those John Bang, Fanta, Pad Thai, they got brought over a long time ago,
yeah,
and
That's true.
20
and
years, 30 years.
shit keeps on changing so the style that they brought over is the style that we use to deal with the Thais currently 10 years later, which worked fine because we had like Kiwiana mentality and diehard, but the subtleties and the craftsmanship is still evolving, right? And then, but that's what's quite cool about the whole New Zealand fight scene.
Who brought on that quick low kick though? Because I've seen it with Richie Hardcore, I've seen it with Mike Ikele, I've seen it with Jason Suddy.
Keep going backwards. Keep going backwards. Keep going
Who brought on that
backwards.
quick low kick?
Keep going backwards. He knows.
Who brought on that quick low kick after the combo?
His guy. The guy that taught him. That's the Lolo
So you do a
style.
combo and then you throw a quick low kick.
It's the Lolo style. Boom, 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 low kick. Boom, 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 low kick.
Because Ikele teaches that.
Yeah.
So
So kind of like
This is where
almost Dutch style.
Waka's born and bred. this is his bread and butter.
And that's who Richie would have got it from.
Yeah.
Rebel.
Lolo.
He got it from Lolo.
Yeah.
Mate, these wins weren't that bloody hot, eh, Isaac? I thought
They
that was
weren't hot at all.
Well, I thought you were putting the challenge.
What is it?
out,
Oversell, underdeliver?
Yeah. Sales, whatever
Yeah,
feels.
sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry, don't blow your head off.
Which one did you have, bloody spice?
Jeez.
Next time, you had like a pepper sauce thing that you were like brandishing as some sort of challenge.
Yeah, I put a little bit in it, and I thought it would have hurt you guys.
No.
And I'm like, fuck, it's not actually hurting you guys.
See, they're all.
Who was the first Kiwi to knock out a Thai on live Thai television?
Who? Oh, okay.
On live Thai television. Kiwi.
Probably Jace.
What? Vermoa? Oh, Sadi. Sadi was.
We're going back.
Sadi was in Thailand from 7th form.
Not Wayne.
He might have. He probably did, but not.
Vegan?
Maybe not on TV.
Vegan?
No, I'm clutching at straws here.
Yeah.
Thai.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it Wayne?
I heard though back in the day.
Wayne.
I heard back in the day
Yeah.
because Lola was
right.
like Wayne was one of the second or just.
Was Wayne
They're doing
before
crazy
you or
fights.
same time?
Law and Wayne were together.
Yeah, and Terry too, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
No, it's not.
because Wayne was in my corner at one time and Law couldn't make it. He was actually really good too.
Because all the stories I got brought up on were you were in the mix in those three, but you were after that a little bit, eh?
Slightly,
Yeah.
I was
Like
on
sort
the
of
karate
raised
and-
to. Yeah.
I got a lot of
My,
you guys. I gotta go see my family, but
Okay, take
oh,
your
Right.
text me live updates of the big fight.
We were going to
It's
get the
not
professional
really-
assessment.
I know you're gonna have to just guess about it.
Who's gonna
Big,
score?
so
Right?
big.
Yeah, so Wayne did it. Companoy, I think his name was. And he was beating Wayne up. And Wayne did a spinning back kick and he hit him in the solar plexus.
Yeah, did the spinning
and
mule
he just
kick.
went, and he just went in, boom, 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 knocked him out.
Yeah.
Ties went nuts. They just were appalled. They hated it.
Yeah.
They wanted a rematch as soon as possible.
Oh yeah. So,
And I said to Wayne, "Yeah, don't do it."
yeah.
Because you were getting smashed, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That used to be my biggest gripe with ties, eh? When I'd get the biggest hiding and then I'd come, like drag my ass back to over their side and be like, rematch!
No.
Like, wait, what for?
Yeah.
I already beat you, sack. Damn it!
So, Megan Anderson, Amanda Nunes, yes, Amanda Nunes, lioness. However, Megan Anderson, I think she's.
Well, it'll be interesting
She's
to
a
see
what?
how she deals with the
she's
the
a
reach,
lioness,
the
and
reach.
Megan Anderson is
Poleaxe.
a giraffe?
Poleaxe.
Poleaxe.
Yeah, she's gonna poleaxe her head.
Legendary.
She's gonna split her head.
She's
Axe
got to
power.
see how she deals with the reach and height advantage.
That is a ginormous human in front of her.
Yeah.
She's big.
I think she's gonna walk straight to her.
I
What?
think.
She,
Oh.
Over and
Did
through.
he say?
in my
Did
opinion.
it?
What?
I don't think it's gone. Yeah.
I got
Nunes,
one. I got
No.
one.
Yeah.
I got one.
Should we,
I got 5 overhand rights coming for her.
Yeah.
they're her overhand, right?
Yeah, so you're backing me now, Megan Anderson.
No.
Megan Anderson doesn't throw an overhand right.
She does a short.
Why is she using
does
such
it.
a wide stance?
Because she's Connor
Enables her
and
to
she wants to
move.
get calf kicked.
Yeah.
But there's no calf kick, there's only overhand right in the face.
Come on,
I'd
Megan.
like to see a little like right low kick, jump left.
Prove me
hook from
right.
Nunes, you know. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
Take
she
the
leaves
legs
that
out.
big leg just stand like open.
I
Just
think Nunes is a little bit scared.
real.
She's
Okay,
big
like
though,
that.
eh?
She's a big
Megan should be just
She's
sitting
a-
out the
she's
jab
a
just to
big
keep her
human,
away.
and she's
Yeah.
athletic. Like you don't know
She's
what
going
you don't
southpaw.
know when you
You don't always see.
when you see someone
ladies
that's
like
that big
Yeah.
and
There we go.
proper
Don't
muscle.
let her in. Don't let her
You
in.
don't,
Good low
there
kick.
we
so
go. She's
if you
feeling a
just-
bit more comfortable.
Why is it
now.
Megan jabbing?
Anderson just changed angle. She
Because
was
her jab
southpaw,
is a
now
flag.
she's gone
It's not
orthodox.
actual jab. She's
I find it
just fake
very
jab.
interesting when you have a fighter like with that kind of range and they can't use the jab. Right?
Oh, that's
She's
what
missed
it's about,
out.
isn't it?
She's missed out on so much of this range attribute she could have had.
Ooh, look at
Yeah.
that.
One.
That was a long way away.
There's 2. There's 3.
Don't
2
let
more.
her in. Jab
Two
her.
more.
Two more.
Why isn't she jabbing? Jab.
Oh
Come
no.
on,
Left hook
Anderson.
on the end now. We just need a little
Oh.
follow.
But look at
Oh no,
yeah,
Megan.
you're not hitting it.
Oh,
Oh.
Megan.
It's
No,
over. It's
no,
over.
Megan.
It's over.
Oh.
It's over.
Yeah.
Now, Isaac earlier was saying something about a new baby or something like
Jerry,
that.
see you
What
later.
Oh, she's got the arm trap,
I
which means
think
she's got
her
one
baby
left.
might have made her a bit
She
soft.
should have been jabbing to keep her away
Oh
from
my
a start.
god! Imagine what
She
Megan would
should-
be going through if
She's
Amanda
gonna try
didn't
this
have a
out,
baby
yeah.
right now. If this is soft, what happens when she's hard?
Wow.
Oh, I guess too.
Wow. Look at this reverse triangle.
Oh, that's dope.
She's
Look at that.
out.
Oh,
She's
no.
out.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Hey! Done in one.
She will hate that.
Beautiful.
She did nothing.
Oh my
Hey, if you
god.
want to fight harder, have a baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
have
feel
a
like
baby.
it's a real thing.
Or
got-
Personally, don't have a
or
baby.
get
Like,
your
don't
partner
give
to have a
birth.
baby.
Yeah, have your partner have a baby.
Have your partner have a baby.
She
Personally,
should be
don't
so
have
embarrassed.
Wow.
She just got annihilated.
Have a baby by me.
It's like you got nothing to lose. Why aren't you putting everything on the line?
Yeah,
50 Cent
yeah.
here.
She should.
The
She
motivation
becomes a
side,
baby.
that's right.
Have a baby by
But
me.
that's probably about
Yeah.
30% of her, right?
Yeah.
And she is.
You should be
waiting.
going out there jabbing, right? A tall person jab. Keep her away because she's got.
Use your distance.
Rockets,
Use
my
your
hands.
attributes.
Hey, maybe
Alright.
it's how good UFC sold it this week. Silence.
I don't even know if that. Yeah.
Silence.
Boom! First one.
Oh,
Yeah,
wobbly
what's
legs.
going
Thank
on?
you.
Whoa, none of these
Dang.
bullocks that I've fought before have hit me like that. What the
Yeah.
hell's going on?
Garish didn't hit me that hard.
She did nothing. Her corner
Actually,
was.
yeah, that's quite
This is
funny
her corner's
because,
fault.
because
Why
my
wouldn't
flatmate
she
goes to
jab to
me,
keep her
do you reckon
away?
you could take Nunes on a full cam? I was like, how? No!
You probably.
She did nothing.
That's crazy.
That's awful.
But okay, I was completely wrong, but she just monstered her, man. I mean, just goes to show how good Nunes is.
Yeah, absolutely. But the most basic thing she could have ever done is used her jab to keep her away, to start off with.
But that she triangled her head.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then armbarred her. What even is that? Is that just an armbar?
Now, when you
We-
get that
upper
reverse
triangle?
triangle, it's quite difficult
Well, what's that move
to
called?
adjust it, and then you go but you use it because the arm's now there, and you can like manipulate. People will go for a Kimura, a key lock, or a straight armbar there.
That's
But
beautiful.
she triangled her head and then pulled her arm. So is that even what's that called?
Technically, they'll put it down as an armbar.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she could have just left the arm and just taken kept
Yeah,
the neck
yeah.
as it was.
Damn.
She didn't even get going, and she should have. Like, that didn't even make sense. That was.
But
a
also,
bad
how good is
strategy.
that for someone that doesn't even like? How? What was who's the Dutch girl that she fought? That
Their
has no
enemy.
grip?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your enemy,
She should just fight men now.
and your enemy doesn't even have any grappling.
Who's gonna
And-
fight her? I mean,
And she just pulled out this like triangle armbar combo.
And Anderson's a really good grappler.
I'm so
Yeah.
wrong, mate. Look at that beautiful little kid.
How could you not be motivated by that kid? What is it? What's he wearing? Like a Versace bloody jumpsuit?
It looks like a good.
Versace
Yeah.
gold swirls
So
out.
they don't
Yeah.
want to have this.
How much are they paying this
Yeah,
girl?
and where did mum come from? A favela.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh, the kid's like, I don't
Oh,
know.
so it's a
one
similar
dollar.
kind of situation too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Oh.
back home. I'm gonna sit in my.
Imagine
dome
that,
and
watching
stuff.
this 20 years later saying, I was in the ring when my mum won a fucking
My
year.
mum's
two
the
votes.
my mum's the greatest
Yeah, just
ever.
like-
And then my other mum came in and got me.
Yeah. The greatest fighter ever, man or woman.
Wow, she's dope, man. She's gangster as.
Sure.
She's just
When
unbelievable.
she beat Cyborg that
She's
way,
a
I
scary.
remember just
Yeah,
being like,
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't
I've
sure.
never seen so much courage in a fight. To go in
Yeah.
against someone like Cyborg,
Oh,
get
dude.
clipped, and then step straight
And retired
back.
Cyborg
I was
from
like-
UFC.
I was
Straight
like,
back
I was
in the
like,
pocket.
dude, the women's and the men's, but I could be potato
Because Cyborg
couch
would eat all the
guy.
men.
I got the women, and then I saw her do that. I was like,
Yeah, Cyborg would eat you.
no, competition days are over for
She
me.
is just unbelievable, man. No one can beat her.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the
What she did to
person that-
Cyborg
person
was
that
like,
gave her the closest fight is Shevchenko.
yeah, twice. And that's the only other person that's going to be able to give her a challenge. And that I think one of the main reasons for that is because she has to cut so much weight to
Yeah.
make that fight.
Yeah, I've never even seen a baby that's shown this much in UFC, eh?
Only
This shows how much
Yeah,
loves
why
it.
do they have
Cowboy.
to?
Cowboy.
Why do they
Yeah.
have to feminine her so much? Why do they have to?
I don't think it's a bad thing, but fuck,
Oh,
two straps, man. She's a boss.
Yeah,
She's the
it's
best.
pretty hard.
She's the number one.
It's pretty hard to deny that.
She's got quite the record now.
Who
She
now?
got rid of she got rid of Rousey too, right? On
Yeah.
the comeback.
One,
She's the second one to do that.
one giant
Rousey.
killer, two giant
Holly Holm.
killer,
Yeah, Holly Holm.
three. Cyborg
She's been all the greats and women.
Well, here's a question for you guys. Do you
Even
think,
Shevchenko. She's been Shevchenko.
twice.
oh, you guys, do you think that she's just too
But
good?
I like
Or
Shevchenko.
no one She is good, but no one's in her.
There's no one there. She was the closest.
Yeah.
So what now for New Year's?
Another easy layup, I guess.
Buy some more baby toys.
Drop that back down to 135.
Well, she's got that belt, right? She's got to do some work.
So who does she fight next though?
Shevchenko.
At 135, yeah.
Shevchenko's the closest to her ever.
At 135.
Shevchenko's a machine. Absolute machine.
Yeah, my first two Muay Thai world champs, Shevchenko won.
Where was the sis? Antonio wasn't there. Or
She was there. She was there in the juniors, like 16
true.
and under. Shevchenko, I think, was first
because
one. She was
what's she
18.
Peruvian? She's Peruvian.
Yeah, half Peruvian, half.
Was she half?
Uh,
I thought
she's
she just spent
Peruvian.
time there.
Nah.
She's
One of
actually-
her parents is
Oh, wow.
is Peruvian. The other one is Ukrainian, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they full? Are they full?
Yeah,
They were both fighting for Ukraine.
Because the other one looks totally different.
Yeah. Their sisters, like, I mean, Valentina's all blonde and the other one's got curly brown hair.
But they've got this similarity, so they are half and half. Right?
Yeah.
No, I know I'm super late to this, Isaac, but we're live here right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
On NZ Fighter.
Is it fighter and Gladrap?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've got to send the link to the old man.
Right.
So
I
I
thought-
can
I
get
thought
the real
you-
commentary. Hey.
I thought you were watching yourself.
No, I'm sitting down here just like watching me watch myself.
I've been listening for ages. What the hell is Gladrap?
Gladrap was the most.
I was thinking,
Well, it's the biggest
are we
channel outside
making sandwiches?
Gladrap's the biggest channel outside of the mainstream media. The mainstream media ain't covering shit we're covering. They ain't got the connections we've got. Mainstream media find out like 2 weeks later what we find out.
Lucky.
Look, we got G.
Or the camera.
Look at Neil Waka and John Brewin. These experts.
There's
Oh.
no one that can match her. There's no one.
No.
Shevchenko was the closest. And they went to the wire too.
Well, that's why the goat pictures come up.
Yeah, I think the last thing you should have done was given her a baby.
Yeah, actually.
It's going to make her strong.
Now I've got something to fight for, as if I didn't have something to fight for before.
I thought the distractions, the nappies and the dummies and all that
If you don't
shit.
have to deal with them, then it's fine.
I just thought that would have distracted her, but she's just turned into more of a beast. Or is it that just the champ has an unequivocating way to move forward? Doesn't matter what you have in your life.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I held that comment back earlier. You know, like I think
No matter
for
what
a
happens,
regular
if you're
person,
a
you
champ-
have a baby and it's like, oh, everything
Yeah.
changed. When you're a world champion of the hardest sport really there is to be a world champion in, you must just
Just
something
diversify
else.
and
Yeah,
pivot.
no matter what happens, you know.
And that's the thing about pivot, eh? Like, when you pivot, you keep 1 foot forward, planted, and you just move the other way. So that's what she did, right?
Yeah.
Change angle.
Change the angle.
I just can't believe how good she is and how much better she's getting.
She's
still.
in a whole nother world.
Absolutely.
She's awesome. And we're not even saying this like as a vested interest. Like, she is actually hands down, pound for pound, one of the best female fighters to ever.
I can't think of another fighter that's dispatched so many people
two.
who are up until that level were the goats.
100%.
So
I
she
thought
actually
Holly
beat
Holm
goats.
was going to be
The
her.
goat. Yeah.
I thought Holly Holm was
as
going to
well.
be her with like 14
Yeah.
boxing world titles.
Exactly.
But the consistency, like, she's just taken on everyone to destroy them.
Yeah.
But that's the question next, is like, who next? And
Juliana Pena wants to do.
Yeah, but what
Should
is
be-
that
should be right.
really? Might as well go colour a sponsor or
It
something.
is interesting though, like this 145-pound division.
Oh.
It's really gone now that Cyborg's gone, you know? Cyborg's out.
Yeah,
Who else
Megan,
is there?
and Megan was really the last vestibule of legitimate
That was just a
contender.
bad plan though, because why wasn't she jabbing? Why wasn't
Well,
you
she
gotta keep
using the
her
lean.
away? Why
Using the
wasn't- that's
lean.
exactly
What
right.
are all your attributes?
That makes no sense.
Israel would have just been so upset with her.
Let's go, boy.
Wait, in saying that, you know, I'm backing Izzy all the way. But
For sure.
Jan is a guy that can take a hit.
Yeah, but
He's
that's why we're backing Izzy, because he has all of the distance, the timing, the
Robert
then-
Whittaker could take a hit too.
Yeah.
Could, totally.
Costa, I mean, like Costa was powerful, man. Like, he was
Costa
able
had-
to get rid of a lot of people.
He had a few wines though.
I heard he had a few drinks.
Yeah.
Help him sleep, you know?
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Is that for real?
Yeah, well, you know, the bottle of wine didn't work, so Izzy helped him go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Let's use that.
Is that for real though?
I had the half the bottle, it didn't work. I had the whole bottle, it didn't work. I had Izzy, that worked sweet.
Two things. Izzy is so amazing that he makes people look bad. Maybe it was a bad night for Boyachina, but man,
I tell you what,
That's quite
I
special,
have
man.
extreme trouble sleeping before fights, especially on weight cut night. I never reach for a bottle of wine. I've got a technique. You take a Xanax and go to sleep. Weight cut pain gone. You're hungry.
Yeah.
Take a Xanax. You're out cold for 10 hours. You wake up ready to go away.
What's
and
the
it's
Xanax?
over.
It's half diazepam and
Is that
Yeah.
a sleeping pill? What is
Yeah,
it?
Yeah,
kind of, yeah.
it's,
It's like a sedative, right? Isn't it?
yeah,
Something
it's
like
half
that.
sedative and half mood upper.
Is it? Xanax.
Yeah.
Xanax is like diazepam. but,
It can be heavily.
I've never heard of that.
I've heard of it, but I don't actually.
And
know.
like it's not like a regular part of my routine or anything like that. But I remember I was
You
in
gotta take it to
Pakistan
just-
fighting and I was cutting weight.
if it's a choice between a whole bottle of wine and a pill and then wake up a little bit
Sure.
groggy as
Yeah.
opposed to
Oh no, I
like,
get that. I get that. Yeah, you got to do
So
what.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that somebody
he
who's
wouldn't have.
fighting for the title
He's just saying.
and with your coaches.
He's just saying
Yeah,
to
having
make
a
a
bottle
little
of wine,
wine.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah,
excuse.
yeah,
it's an
totally,
excuse.
totally. You think anybody would? No way.
He's just saying, if I hadn't drunk that, he didn't
Dude,
do that.
Why would you have
I-
a bottle of wine before a world title
Yeah,
fight?
no.
He didn't.
I mean, fighters are crazy. They're like, are we that crazy?
He's
I don't
a
know.
liar.
And then the other thing is,
Even
the other
if you
thing
did.
is, whatever you do, you're not going to say that.
Yeah.
That is so dumb.
He's
That's
No,
because
he's
it's different
done.
to your coaches and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
He's
yeah.
saying it to make an excuse.
Exactly, exactly.
Be honest, like a week out, you would have had a wine maybe, or a beer, maybe not, but the night before,
But he likes the odd drink.
if
right?
you had a
But
drink
he's not
before a
gonna do that.
fight,
Yeah, but I spent a long time like trying
but
to
have you ever
pretend
got
I
on
was
the
being old
piss?
school.
Have you got on the piss and then had a
I
fight?
had a couple
Been
of,
the whole
I had
school,
a couple of like shot.
Have you got on the
boxing.
piss and fought hungover? Properly. I'm asking the wrong person.
To fighting properly or being hungover properly?
Okay.
I've fought hungover properly and not fought properly.
Yeah. Have you ever had a really big, important fight and then drank the night before?
Yeah, I like to think that I'm a little bit smarter than that. I'm not that smart, that's why I'm a fighter.
And it's also
Little bit
perspectives
smarter, yeah.
perspectives of importantness, because when I may have done it, I may not have realised what magnitude of importance it was at the time. But looking back, there's a different perspective.
That would have been a fight for
But-
maybe
but-
10,000 baht.
Moving on, yeah.
Like,
So
I might
and
win, I
then,
might lose.
but
fuck
if
it.
there's a $10,000 fight US, then we're not getting drunk.
No, and if it's a UFC title and millions of dollars, you know,
We're not getting drunk
Yeah.
for the whole camp.
This is the biggest fight of my life.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
could
it's a
win the
big
world
difference
title.
between 10,000 baht and $10,000.
You might as well hire a sleep coach at that point. You know, you're getting paid so much, you might as well have someone during fight week teach you how to sleep right.
And-
You know?
What
Yeah.
was going on in the hotel room?
No.
Nothing. None of those things were happening.
Yeah.
He went to sleep just
He's
like
a liar.
everyone else,
He's a liar.
and he got up and he lost, and then he needed
Made
to come up with
excuses.
Maybe it
a
was 3
reason.
bottles.
Totally.
Well, because after that fight, like Izzy embarrassed him so much. He was saying like, oh, you know, sign the contract for a rematch. This this guy's actually deluded. You know what I mean? There's no there's no contract on the table.
It's
What's
almost
even
like
talking
he'd
about,
he'd
you know?
just
He's
he
not
just.
smart.
These Brazilians are emotional too.
It's almost like he'd just
Yeah.
forgotten the last 3 months, and then he just went back to before the fight, saying sign the contract. It's like whoa.
Yeah, he like
Did he-
forgot that the fight
you know,
happened.
yeah.
His,
You already
his,
got-
his day before the fight was
Yeah.
actually 3 months ago before he signed the contract.
Yeah.
He's like, I was in a
I've
hotel
actually-
and I was blackout drunk, and that was actually the night before the fight.
In
'cause he,
all,
like,
in all
missed 3
fairness,
months out.
in all fairness, like I've actually been in that situation. before.
I'm just waiting for the say.
that
What, you've been blackout drunk before a fight?
no, not so much. It's just that after you've been knocked out, you forget that the fight's even happened,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Hey,
Everyone's like, what
The
are you
guy's
doing?
taking the
Guys.
things off your knuckles off your
as
hands.
he's walking out. As he's
Oh.
walking out.
You know what I mean?
See, the other thing is
So they
he's
can walk out
fought
first.
3 really powerful guys that, in my opinion, are as powerful as Young.
Look at him though, pulling off that top. He's looking
He's fought
shredded.
more than that.
He's eating
But
pizza.
that's my point, right? So
He knows this.
I think, yeah, he knows this.
He
He
knows
knows
this.
fought
He
big,
knows.
powerful
Yeah,
guys.
He
yeah.
has been clipped
He's
before.
not
It's not
getting
like
into.
he's never been clipped. He's
No,
been clipped before.
he's not. He doesn't go into those.
Gastelum is a tough hitter.
Yeah.
He's just knocked
But
guys out. that run
Gastelum's
And he caught
a
it.
good middleweight.
But also, he got caught by Gastelum because he was doing one specific thing that he has never done again. That
I've got to be honest, guys. This is the most nervous. Well, not the most nervous, but a little bit nervous because Jan is a fucking freak.
yeah, he only needs to touch him once.
I like him too. I think he's a really
That
good
fight
guy.
with that fight with Gastelum, that now you see him fight now. Even with Romero on that, he angles off the first step. The fight with Gastelum, he took 1 to 2 steps back before he angled, and that's where he was getting hit. And he has never had a face that looked like that again. He has never had, and that's. I don't know whether that was that was what the thing was, but like just
People
from
think
my,
that people think that he's the same fighter.
the
But
what are
he
you
lifts
talking
every
about?
single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
right?
good call, Neil. Yeah,
He's
it's
a
good call.
whole another human.
Every time he
Every
fights,
time.
he's elevated,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
think, "Oh, we're going to change. We're going to get him on that one."
Well, like I used to find that you stagnate from like you rest on the laurels of your last victories, and then I'd go through like maybe like 5th or 6th one, and I haven't actually improved from the fights, like my quick succession fights from fight before, because I'm just taking the fights, minimal training, whatnot. This cat, like every time he
Well, he
comes
was up.
back a whole nother level,
He was up.
a
Look at
whole
that.
nother level. Like,
But is he going to be able to handle the Polish power? He's
He's
going to hit
It's
him.
going to be too quick.
And
the only
Jan's not
way,
gonna go down.
the
Jan's
only
not
way
gonna
that
go down.
that's even a question is if the Polish power touches. If it doesn't touch,
Yeah,
nice recovery.
Because you think about the guys that Jan knocked out, like, who was his last one? He knocked out Dominic Reyes.
Reyes.
He knocked out Luke Rockhold, and he knocked out, I think, someone
But
else.
who has been as
Those
quick?
guys don't move like this.
They don't move
No.
exactly. They
No.
don't move like
But
as.
that's the
Yeah,
thing. He
they're
has to.
bigger, but-
He has to touch them, right?
Yeah.
Will he be able to touch? Is he? And I think as well. If one time is all it takes. But
But I
he
reckon
has
that
to
he's
get
going
in
to
that
touch.
one
He's going to
time.
touch Jan, but Jan's going to be like, oh, cool, whatever.
Oh no, I think Izzy will touch him like 100 times a round, but he's just touching. He's not trying. I mean, unless he sees something, he's gonna finish.
I
thought
feel
Jan
like
was
this is
gonna
the
walk on
hardest.
this.
I mean, it sounds so cliche, but this is going to be the hardest fight for Izzy.
Oh, 100%.
All of them
up
are.
until now.
All of them.
in the
All of
UFC.
them are because that's how that's
that's that
that's
level,
the
eh?
magic about the guy. He like every single one is.
Is it safe to say that we're all kind of excited about this one?
Oh man, I'm
Hey?
I want this belt.
You know,
Hey?
just,
I want this belt. I
Mm.
want
Well,
it
you
to
want
be a
it too.
two-time. Yeah,
Just
100%. Takes
just
a lot of guts to
quietly.
move to this next one.
How cool is it, eh? All the way from
Thanks.
New Zealand / Nigeria, and yeah, representing us on the world stage.
Man.
Huh?
And to think they tried to yank that fern off our
Hey?
dog move, like behind the back door kind of thing, you know, and then try and cover it up, you know. Just,
I don't know the full story behind it, but apparently they did, and then Eugene was like, nah, and they're like,
Yeah, well, they probably had to do with the investment company that's going to invest
They
in the All
reneged.
Blacks.
yeah.
And they said, hey, you want to take that off there? Because they went, no, it's not
I
the
think
same
it's just
term.
it's just a power play, and then
Probably got
someone-
more
someone
attention.
resists.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably marketing employees.
It's like, you guys don't own that firm.
If anything,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of people talking about a firm that no one changed anything about.
Look how thick Jan is though, bro. He's way thicker.
Big
Big
Wow.
human.
Not saying it's
Yeah,
because
The guy has to
Romero
cut-
was thick
The
too.
guy has to cut like 20 pounds
true.
to get to
yeah, well, he's
205.
See, Yo was huge, man. I mean, people I think forget that Romero's massive, and so was can never remember his name, the last one.
But you think like he cut down 20 odd, I'm guessing, 20 odd
Right, so he
pounds
has
to get to
dehydrated a little
205,
bit. Yeah.
and then he's probably about the same size as Romero.
but
To cut another 20 pounds off.
is he
that.
didn't
Is he didn't cut anything?
Is he
like
I think so.
201 or something? Or
No,
200,
he just
yeah.
made out, he did.
Oh, okay. Look, why are they highlighting it 200.5?
Because it's under the weight.
Okay. Well, they're kind of. It seems like they're making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, well,
It's
it
just
is a
lighter.
big
Usually
deal.
they try and hit the weight.
The leprechaun.
It is a big deal.
Bruce
I had
Buckner.
I had many other names that weren't viable for live casting broadcast.
It's the first weigh-in that I've seen.
Nice jacket though.
Where he didn't look gaunt.
Where? Who? Israel.
Where he didn't look hollow and
Yeah.
People.
Yeah. This is normal, thick, solid. Izzy. I haven't seen, and last time I would have probably seen that was when he did the heavyweight King of the Ring.
Shit, 27. No, 26.
The what?
Something.
Oh, I wish we could turn the volume up on this.
We could. But
Waka, we're going to have to
off it.
commentate the shit out of this one.
No, but it's cool because we're engaged and it's all our own voices.
Yeah.
I get actually really annoyed with commentary if I'm watching The Boys. You know? I get really annoyed.
Except when you get the camera feed back on the boys in the dressing room, and then you're like looking at everyone. One of them.
Wait, is this going to go 5 rounds?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good
I feel like
question.
it's on.
Everyone.
On. Yeah.
Everyone was
If
saying
If
all
he
of
rushes, he's going to rush in. He's going to.
Look at Izzy, bro. He's so
Oh.
chill.
We're at 250.
all of the
Minus 250.
all of the experts are saying like, oh, all of the commentators are. If it goes to points, it's Izzy. If it doesn't, then it's Young.
It's amazing prediction.
I have a very different opinion of it. If Izzy is doing enough to win on points, it's not going to go long enough to win on
What sort of
points.
comments are we getting back? We're
And-
getting, what sort of questions are people asking?
Oh, just people looking for the link.
Oh no!
Look for the link. Oh, guys, buy the link.
Go buy the link, you
Mm.
cheap
Don't steal
ass
from my boy
bastards.
Izzy and bloody and the rest of these fighters.
Buy the link.
Yeah.
Support Izzy.
I like this guy though.
You
I
cheap
like this
assholes.
guy, man. He's a,
Here's
cool,
the
he's
man-
a
yeah.
lovely guy.
He's like such a good
He's
human.
not a dick.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah,
a cool
yeah.
dude.
And he supports people, hanging up in the forest
Yeah.
with a rope.
Well, no, he just cleans up the rope afterwards.
He despises litter right now. He's just like, you know what? I'm taking this
Oh,
rope.
that's
with me.
right.
And I like
Never
the
gonna get
fact
rid of it.
that he,
Yeah.
in his career, he managed to become champion once.
Mm. Well,
And that's all that he's about. That's what I love about him as well. That he's like the journeyman that won.
Yeah.
this is crazy because every
See,
other
look at the
fight.
size. Look at the size. People forget how tall he is.
Yeah, he's
so
a
man.
big unit, man. He's a big unit.
It's not as wide, but
They
look
act
how
like he doesn't
big
have
he is.
the power, but
I
if
know.
someone's walking forward onto straight shots, you
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of power behind those.
Am I going to score these rounds or not?
We don't have to say anything about the fast twitch muscles or anything, you know. We don't
No.
have to mention that.
Am I going to score these rounds or not?
Izzy will
But
win
that's,
every
I
round.
think that's the beautiful thing because he's not built like a proper fast twitch guy,
Yeah.
but he has all
So
of
it's that
those.
Usain Bolt build, you know.
This is where we're going to see
gonna
the
be nice
speed
to see.
kills
I
talent.
want to put it in the terminology
Speed.
that I prefer, but it's not
Kills
appropriate
power.
for the camera.
I just sort of like a little bit of a chink in
going
Jan's
left-handed.
armour though.
Why, the suck on the feint?
He's going left-handed.
I just saw him. He doesn't look like he was.
He's lagging that backhand.
See, that'll
Izzy-
put Jan off
yeah.
straight off that he's left-handed.
Izzy's got a.
Why is he doing that? It's southpaw.
Izzy's
Throw
got
him
a
off.
really
That's weird.
more shigiri.
Oh, he switched.
More shigiri
So-
going hard.
He does really well, man. Like to just
He just
like
switched.
change and make Jan turn.
It's
Like,
fluid.
Sure.
He just
It's
switched
fluid.
again.
This
Throws
doesn't
you
let you get a set.
So he just switched. He went southpaw, back
And
to
he's
orthodox.
gonna
He's in
change again.
southpaw at the moment.
Because he switches to control distance, whereas other people just switch to give a different.
Oh, he's
look.
gone back
He
to
actually-
orthodox now.
And he, yeah, because it's distance off the front and the backhand.
How weird would that be? Because you're trying to centre your gravity. Oh, and he's
Oh,
going
yeah.
that left leg.
You change so that
Oh,
one
yeah.
doesn't work.
Now he's gone back to
As soon
southpaw.
as he goes to southpaw, his straight.
Jan has to change his
Jan's
strategy.
straight right doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think he's moving the
Then
same way as because he's
complicated.
breaking.
Suddenly his jab doesn't work.
And now he's lurching, you see. He's lunging.
Well, every
So-
single one of his flicks and feints is
He's gone southpaw
part of
again.
his stance change.
And now he's gone back to off. What the? I can't even keep up with this.
hard.
Now.
I start to give up.
You know how
break this stuff down,
you know how Dominic
So
Cruz
far,
just goes switch, move, shift. He just does it random for the sake of it.
But the
Israel does it for a
Start again,
particular flow.
And if Jan gets frustrated, he's going to start lunging more.
But
How do you deal with the
this
guy
is what I give credit to Jan for at the moment because he hasn't been sucked into one of those leaping forward
Not yet.
things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it's filling out
He's,
process.
he's holding it. He's holding his composure well. That's the thing I think is going to get him.
I still feel Izzy's in control here. He's
I reckon
confusing
I
Jan
think-
all
I
the
reckon
Israel-
stance with.
I reckon Israel can get him with a rear leg high kick when he's in
So
the
I'm
same
thinking,
stance.
yeah.
Now he's gone back to orthodox.
I think he'll get him from the
Jan's-
southpaw stance.
yeah.
A left hand with
Yeah,
the trail
opposite,
left
eh?
hand
Yeah,
afterwards,
A shift, either a walking forward cross and then shift, or a step back.
Ooh.
Just,
Because his
notice too when
Jan's backhand is like lagging hard.
Izzy throws the kicks, he actually lands, but Jan actually isn't
missing
landing
a lot.
on the kick.
It's like the difference between the speed of the
Okay,
the
you proved me wrong there though.
Jan has got, well, you saw her in the Reyes fight. That his kick off the back leg is solid, man, and fast.
No, but you can just see it. Look, Izzy is confused. He's fucking up Jan's brain.
Yeah, like Israel's having a conversation that Jan isn't involved in at the moment.
He's not understanding it right now. It's
Yeah, he's just sort of probing but he's doing all the right things though. He's staying in the box. He's not leaving himself open to get taken advantage of.
Izzy's a freak striker. Look at that.
He
Yeah.
absolutely is.
Yeah.
He's really cerebral too. which
And
is,
the thing is, Jan's probably only got understanding on about 15% of what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can only, like, safety wise.
If anything, without giving away too many of the secrets of Izzy, this could be one of their tricks is to switch stances so much.
No, he does
Well,
that.
for
That's
him.
not. That's not.
yeah, that's not
that's
the usual.
That's not a city kickboxing thing. He does that all the time. He's been doing that since kickboxing, like.
Since before he got
Yeah, it's a distance thing. You change your stance, you change your front and your back hand, and then all of a sudden, the person doesn't know, and then he changes back, and then he twats you.
Maybe I'm thinking of boxing too much because when you fight a southpaw orthodox, you've got to move to the left, right, but
Yeah, but he doesn't worry about
he
drifting
doesn't
to a
worry
power
about it.
hand.
Because
Yeah.
he's still
Because-
it's changed again.
Because his distance change is the one that's dictating it. It's not about like drifting to a side to protect himself.
and he's still trying to read
'Cause he's
his.
fine
How he's
being-
responding too.
Yeah, and he's fine being in the pocket because he trusts his reactions to ditch and bob and weave.
But in years to come, I think people are going to watch this and go, "This is how."
But he
won
never drifts.
a
He never
MMA
drifts
fight."
to the power side. He only changes stance and still shifts.
He's always out of range.
Yeah,
So when
he
he starts
never
drifting
puts-
towards a power side.
He never. He puts himself in danger, but never like serious danger.
It's always like measured. It's
Totally.
And he wants to frustrate him,
Mm.
so he starts making mistakes.
Yeah, which is why I bet on 150 strikes a round.
But do you think so far? I mean, it's only 1 second down, 1 second left.
That was beautiful. That was really
I mean,
nice.
Yeah, Israel.
Is it?
Israel.
That was
Easy,
nice.
easy,
That was really
Easy.
nice.
easy, Israel.
He controlled it really
But not
nicely.
like a mega round, but like convincing 10-8 round. I mean, sorry, 10-9.
Because this is
10-9
setting
round.
up, right? So he's tapping him, he's seeing what
Yeah.
his reactions are like.
Yeah.
How's he
all
responding
a
when I do
gauge.
this? He's always, faking
Yeah.
him. How's he
Testing
responding?
the waters.
Is he moving
Testing
back?
the waters.
The first one, he never goes after a knockout ever, and that's dumb. He's in there for the full 5 if that's where it goes. Look at Jan's head is a little bit dejected. He's going, okay, what? Tell me,
Yeah, and that's a big read, right?
Yeah.
Just
how do I get in? I'm not getting in yet.
corner mentality.
Yeah.
And like you say, body language tells a lot, right? And that kind of looks like dejection to me.
They've got to let him know what he needs to do to stop this, to how he can actually get him, because he hasn't
But
landed
I
anything on
think
it.
the biggest problem here for Jan is he doesn't know what he's trying to stop.
Yeah.
So that he's reading the language he doesn't
It's
understand.
too hard. Like it's.
Like I think as more time goes by,
See, look at the way he's responding
Look,
to that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
This is
fun.
this is stop. This isn't a reaction on one movement.
Right.
Leg is nice.
And look at that, he's just missing. Good block. Or check.
Oh my god, he's sucking him
He's just
into it.
he's luring him
so
into it.
bad.
See, he's. It's like when they fight Jones, right? It's like everyone can fight him until they get in against him.
No, I'm good, thank you. Oh. This is round 2, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's the kick. That's the kick. Lucky he's dark enough that he cannot be seen with the bruising.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You can't see those bruises as clearly.
You see on Reyes when those 2 kicks and you can see the whole footprint.
Yeah.
It's definitely Izzy up though.
Oh yeah. As he's in control.
And all he is doing is testing the waters, but he's definitely.
He's
up on
still
the first one.
in the feeling out process. Yeah. He's not.
He eats pizza before the weigh-in and then rips it to the new champ. Well, what's going on? This guy's just not even from this world.
Yeah, but he hasn't. We don't even know yet. We just got to watch the pizza box and the other thing. We don't even know. He doesn't even know what the potential is. He's spinning.
He's from another world, man.
I feel like at this stage, people don't even like. People love Israel and everything, but in my opinion,
they don't know. They don't
he's
know
the
what.
best combat sports person to ever live.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
He fought at different weight classes, different codes, and he's been on top of the world in all of them. So you can't name anyone who's done that. Holly Holm didn't do that.
No.
Not to this degree.
No, he did this in preparation. He did the boxing in preparation for this.
He said it time and time again. He spent a long time getting ready for the UFC.
That's right.
Everyone goes to the UFC and gets shattered because it is the top, right?
But there's something like time perception and how people see and read things, and I feel he sees time at a different pace when it comes to this.
People with
At the
explosive,
speed that we
people
don't
with
see it.
speed.
When
can
you're
often see that.
fast, when you're
he
fast,
can see things before we see
bro.
it.
When you're fast, when you're faster than and John will attest to this, and Neil will attest to this. When you're faster than the other person, the Matrix ain't got shit on your program.
Good rugby league players, good sport players can see things before they happen.
And when you get up to this is the top 0.1%, and this outstanding specimen of a human being is
there's something,
the Matrix.
There's something the way the synapses in his brain.
It's
synapses
training. It's
process,
training.
They process things at a different speed than you and I do.
Totally. But
he sees things before they happen.
He had that before he did any training, and then he trained it with the right people to tell him the right things to do, and that changed from the top 10th percentile to the top 1%.
You can train 100 hours or a billion hours. He is gifted with something.
This is
helps
what
him read.
Totally.
He sees time and
Totally.
You've got to develop.
Pace than you and I do.
But you got to remember talent and hard work. He has the talent of the sight of fucking 10 tigers, but if he wasn't in the right place to work, to make it better, then
it's a real once in a
lifetime
waste
of time. It's
you know?
stars, moons, alignment,
you know, and everything like that. To have
if he stayed in Wanganui, if when they told him to fuck off, if he just fucked off, none of this would happen.
That comes into it too. He's just. But I feel like the way he reads and sees time,
I get it. Like the physical prowess and their ability,
It's like racing car drivers.
But that's the talent, right? That's the talent.
Yeah.
But hard work beats talent, and if you don't hard work, then your talent means shit, right?
Yeah.
So He's got the talent. He's
But
got the
racing car drivers,
physical.
like you said, they see things at
They're special.
split second timings. That if they make a mistake, it's,
Oh, for
it's all
sure.
over.
But that's what I mean. He's a racing car driver, right?
Right.
He's born
With
into
the like,
that.
NFL body.
Yeah, so you
in a
put anyone,
sprinter's
you put someone
feet
in
and
like a
everything.
Holden V8, Ford V8. You put someone in a Formula One car. This dude's in the Formula One car.
But what I'm saying is, how can we splice those genes to what
I
he's
like
made
it.
of and what
Yeah,
he
yeah.
sees?
Quite easily.
or
Quite
is it one
easily.
every 1,000?
I don't know if it's ethically so good, but I
You
think
get it's been around for a while.
easily.
Him and Amanda Nunes need to have a child.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Shevchenko.
Clarissa Shields, maybe.
I
you know,
thought
like
I thought we'd been through this, Isaac. I thought you were gonna do Nunes on a full camp. No, okay. No, just checking.
You can make that 45.
He's getting a few hits in, but Israel's still controlling it.
Yeah.
That's weird, eh? He's actually
That's
he's
it,
actually
but
making
All he had to do,
Jan look very average.
all he had to do was get hit once, and he has not done that yet.
He's
Yeah.
good. He's good. Look at him.
Yeah.
Just look at him. He's going, yep, we got this.
This is exactly how I thought it was going in my head.
I feel like, like the speed, the extra speed advantage that he gets at these heavier weight classes. And
Yeah,
butterflies
yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good
The
point.
speed advantage is
Yeah.
just
And
ridiculous.
and that's always
Robert
before
Whittaker's fast. but
before anyone even starts like walking out to a bell ring. That's what everyone questions,
Yeah.
right? And then you get to the point and
You
you're like,
forget about that. You just
holy
think
shit.
power and weight.
yeah,
forget
holy
about it.
shit.
Is he?
Yeah.
There's
hang on,
no
I'm gonna
existence.
score
Ooh.
this, but is he
100%. Two
he's
up.
up 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1. 2-1 for sure.
Right. Easy, eh?
Alright, let's go, Israel.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
He's just swamping him though.
Who's Adam Martin? Uh-huh.
Oh, someone said 1919. No.
1919. Anna
Yeah,
Martin.
that person's
That's
right.
what it is,
2018.
Yeah.
What's that with?
Yeah, there we go.
Weather
Okay.
reports
That's
for
what
it?
we call it.
Who the hell's going 1919? You drop.
Hmm.
Oi, that was
Ooh,
good.
ooh,
That's
ooh.
good. There we
Oh, I don't
go.
like that.
Oh.
Oh.
Use it, just grab the fence, fuck it.
Yeah, do it once.
Polish power.
Oh, Polish power.
Oh.
Wait, yes!
That's what he has to do.
Yes, Israel!
Fucking hell, look up the
Yes!
Oh, he's
Go,
I don't know if I'm like happy with this.
No, no,
one.
I'm like,
Yeah.
stop, don't go
I'm
so
happy as, like,
fast
a
in
fan
there.
of violence.
Just
I'm
wait.
happy as a fan
Well,
of
now he's
sport.
coming forward now. You
No,
see,
no,
he's
he
going,
just
oh,
got
you want to
so-
do this?
oh,
He's going,
he
you want to do
just
this?
so
Let's do
excited.
it.
He's got uppercut.
He's
Stop,
not, he's not
Israel,
backing
stop.
off. Hey, he's not backing off.
Oh, I'm worried.
He won't back off.
Oh. This is alright. It's alright now. It's changed again.
He didn't back off at all.
That's alright. Go. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm alright now.
Yeah.
Polish
it's
is
a
backing
walk.
off. That's interesting. He
I'm
didn't back
having a
off
little-
one bit.
It's just having a little worry spasm there.
Yeah, I don't know many little.
I thought Jan.
Oh.
I thought
Why
Jan
not
was.
just-
Celebratory
Yeah.
and also. And
I was like,
physical
oh
tolerance.
yeah, oh shit. Yes!
And that body
Ah.
Yes, oh, yes, he.
I thought Jan would have backed
Give
down.
that body kick in.
Can't give him that body lock, man.
Jan's hurting.
He
I think
is.
so.
Jan's hurting. Israel is only halfway through the
Fine.
spider. Jesus.
Spider. The fucking spider. Come on, Izzy.
He looks like he's only just finished round 1 of the spider. Jan looks like he wishes he didn't even have a spider to go.
See, Jan must be thinking, well, why can't I
Call
pick
Jan
him
out
up?
that early. I mean, we're
No,
only
no,
third-
but
third
Jan
round.
is slow grinding, right? And he does look a little bit gassed.
Oh, nice.
It's like,
A little plum.
should Israel be able to do that to
Tie
him?
twist.
He can't do it to him.
We've got to
unless he's
remember,
a little
right?
bit tight.
Jan
Nice.
is the best, well, he's the world champ, and Izzy is taking it to him. This is
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. The world champ should not be like that, right? He's gassed.
No, it's because how crazy and amazing Izzy is.
But I thought it was amazing
Of course.
that
of
he
course.
started tagging Izzy and Izzy didn't back up.
Izzy is durable. He's the good thing with having a style that avoids you from being hit
Exactly.
is that you're able
You're
to
keeping
take
all of that in
yeah
the
yeah you're saving
you
those
need.
light bulb blows for Because you've only got a limited amount of light.
Wow,
bulb.
double left, right.
jab.
But I don't know if you guys have noticed that Izzy's not being a switch stance with his style now. He's getting a little bit lazy.
It's
Because he doesn't need to.
No, but he's getting fatigued. So he's
No,
not
look,
thinking
he just
as sharp
switched
as he
again.
should be.
Yeah, definitely he slowed down
But-
a bit, but
Oh man, this
Nice
is
right hand.
roll. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
you reckon this is letting Jan back into it?
I
Yeah.
don't know. But
I kind of felt like that
mouth
for
open
like
now.
2 seconds, but all the other time I felt Izzy had this easy.
Well,
Jan's gasping,
Yeah,
right?
but
Yeah,
Jan's
he is.
good
That's
at it.
that kick. That's that bruising kick. And we can't see that on the dark horse.
I think we were talking about earlier though. We were saying about how Kiwis do well in Australasia, but once they go to the world, it's a bit harder. And
Yes and no, because
Jan's a freak.
you can't say that about Israel. He went on the world and he walked out.
But most people from New Zealand will be like, oh, Izzy's going to smash him, yeah, I want to smash him. But they don't
But that's our
understand
boys,
it. Jan's
right?
a fucking
That's our
freak.
boys.
Jeepers, that
We got
was
that.
close.
We got the brotherhood mentality, right? You're definitely going to back your boy no matter what.
I mean, Izzy's certainly up.
But then we've got so many Kiwis that, like, you know, they see a guy like
Oh, yeah,
Israel,
up
they
there.
hear him talk, and they just can't, they can't bear, like, to deal with
Tall
people who
poppy.
are confident. Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
strange. It's a
Oh,
weird thing.
cut your own ass down.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that's how that's Keviana, right?
Yeah.
You shine too bright.
But can you imagine it, right?
It's
Because
like-
this is where it gets hard. 15 minutes stand up and grappling's hard. We're going to go 2 more rounds. 25 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if Jan has to finish this soon. 'cause
Yes,
he's
yes.
puckering,
I
man.
agree.
Oh, I
Neil,
think they're
I
both
agree.
looking tired though.
Jan is still gasping, like,
Yeah.
but at the
Is he
same
starting to
time,
get tagged a bit now?
at the same time, I don't think like Jan. I've been in that situation a lot. Well, not a lot because I've trained before. But sometimes.
But have you ever done like a 5-2s or 10?
Yeah,
10
I had a 6-round fight turned into a 10-round fight from draws. And then it's just 2 sacks of shit, like fling hamhocks at each
It's
other.
like brute falls over and trips
Yeah.
over the leaves.
Oh my god, look at these professional fighters. Oh, you've paid all this
Really
money.
digging deep.
Wait,
and just like
we've got
stumbling
some
all over the
side
place.
entertainment now that you probably want to look at while these guys are gasping for shit.
Why are they showing just highlights of Jan? That's bullshit.
They might go with him having won
Guys, we need to pull it back.
They're like, oh, we can't talk.
There's too much love for the Israel.
Come on, show some. Is he pounding his face?
this. They might think Jan won that
I'm
round.
gonna say this.
Okay, guys, that was the third. I still feel that.
What have you got?
Well, it could be
What
10,
have you
10.
got?
What are they saying?
Yeah, I think that was an even round.
10-10.
I will just say it as a conservative estimate to be
This
safe.
state fight, what does
Well,
that mean?
still is he up? So 4th now.
Oh,
Maybe
Good shot,
if
man.
it. Wow, I'm getting a lot. I'm leaning a lot
yeah, he
more
wants to
towards
take it down. He wants to take it.
Israel winning on points now. Jan is
Yeah,
really
is
gassed,
up.
but he's got the grinding.
This is where the weight advantage.
This is where
Yeah,
it comes in.
good
This
Hands
is where
on
it
the floor.
sucks.
Yeah.
Even on ropes, when you have a dude that's
Because he must be
Even
like
a wee-
215, 220.
even
now.
even a couple of
good on
kgs
the
heavier, and
Yeah.
you just cannot
But
suck
they're not
it here.
clinching. They're not clinching though.
He wants to.
He needs to get in.
Oh,
and
he
lead
got
on
a
it.
big jab, is he? Didn't he?
He's got a cheeky jab, man. And he's doing a Carlos.
And you can just look at that. He's got a bigger mass. He's a bigger person.
Yeah.
But he's Israel.
But is he still up? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh shit. Low battery. Come on, the battery conked out, eh?
Hell no. Not now.
Now, is he still up? That's all good. Like, is he still in control?
People
It's fine.
forget that he's still hard, man. No, you still have to be solid to get to this stage to be able. You have to be able to take shit. Man.
Oh,
nice.
nice right there.
There you go.
Oh,
nice.
There we
now.
go.
Beautiful.
Nice
Nice.
work,
good
boy.
combo.
Work. There we go. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
It's given him the round if he doesn't get
Up,
up.
up.
I tell you what.
Oh, let's see where- hey, he's got his purple belt. He's got his purple belt.
Belts don't mean anything to Israel about this.
What's Young's ground game like?
He's a
He's
black
a
belt.
belt. Yeah.
Oh,
He's a proper.
He's a Polish black belt. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pol-
He's a Polish belt, but black belt. But he's also like
Polish
sambo, like half key.
What are we doing here from the half guard, is it? What are we doing? Where are we going?
He doesn't
Yeah.
care. He just wants to slither
Right,
on
down
it.
the hook now. Get back.
you saw Yarn try to track
Come
one
on,
of the
Israel.
arms and he got it out.
Israel slithery. He won't get caught in something down here, but he just has to get out. I don't have any concern about him getting caught in anything down here, but
You just don't want
I
to.
just want him up. Yeah.
I hate to say it though, but when Doberon's back, Dober looks
Yeah,
so
but see,
comfortable.
Dover
You
spent a
try
lot
and get
more
him up.
time.
Try and
Dover
get him up.
also spent a lot more time on his hair than obviously Izzy does.
Yeah. So I'm not no expert at all, but you got to use that bottom game as much as you use the top game, and he should be using his legs to try get a little bit more leverage, like maybe sneak a knee through to get over.
Always going for
That half, he had that. The half is the only thing that's keeping him safe, but he's not even got the lockdown or
Yeah,
anything.
throw those
He
elbows.
needs that underhook on that right side, get to his left hip. Or get that long down and
He's-
start the
He
elbow.
just wants to get out. He's trying.
If Yarn gets that right left knee over,
Yeah, then it's
we're in
different.
trouble.
Stuff. Yeah.
Especially with the heavier guy.
But I
This
don't
is
think-
where the weight.
I don't think Israel will
It's a
let that
problem.
happen. It's open, but
I think
he'll
he'll be
close
alright.
it. It's the
If
same
Yarn's
as his
pushing
stand up.
him out away from the fence too.
It's the same as his stand up. He'll get his hand back up. I just hope he's.
what does Izzy though need to do to get out of?
He
He
got
needs
his
to get
hands-
it back into gut. Oh,
now he's
wrong
inside
way.
control. Now he's got something here if he can duck underneath and scoot his hips away from Yarn.
Quick.
So whether he wants to do
Needs
it now
to-
or whether he wants to just hold on for
A
minute.
quick buck.
You know?
He did the
He
buck
went for
and
the quick
spin.
bump. to go
Bump,
underneath.
bump, spin, turn towards him. Is that what? No.
But Yarn's so fucking strong, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Tough
whole
position to
different.
be in.
And it's not just a
This
dude,
isn't-
not just a big dude, it's
Yeah,
a big black belt,
it's-
you know what I mean?
It's not just a big dude. It's a big Polish power.
You got your back
Like,
half guard.
he's still the champ.
He's
So,
looking for
are
the
we-
lockdown now. He's got the
He's
hand
but
inside.
is he
he's
doing
just
well
gotta make
not
it-
to let him pass?
Yeah, he's just got to make it. He's just
Yeah.
got to make it through this round, and then we've
Start
got a
again.
whole new
Yeah.
option for
Because
us.
Yarn's not using a hair
But I
lot
tell
of
you
energy
what,
either.
But Jan has got this
We could
round
be
now.
going
from
into
the-
this final round 2-2, and then Jan shoots the double leg, and if he
and he holds him down for 1 minute, and
It's
it's all
game
over. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we.
we can't do this for one more round.
No,
That's
no,
what
this
can't
is-
happen.
This has just cost us.
Sorry guys, that's Yarn's round. That's Yarn's round.
All right, fine then.
Yeah.
Oh no, Am I?
No, that's Jan's round.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty stuffed though.
He's less stuffed than he was the first
So-
three when he's being a high.
Okay.
He's just got
Is
like
he
that-
still ahead by like
He's
1
just
point?
got that motivation. Oh, that doesn't look good, does it?
What,
He's
Motivational. He's got the motivational energy from.
You just want it not to be good.
What are you talking about? I want Israel to knock him out
of course
already.
you would.
I lost all my money already. This has gone 2 rounds. There's 2 rounds past all my multis.
Oh. So that's why I don't bet on these fights. Because then I'll get so I'll just care more about betting.
If Israel finished it last round.
That was a nice setup. He saw the left hook, and Israel.
See,
leaned
but
back
now-
and then get to his
But now I'm only in it for the passion.
Oh, shit, it's about time.
Alright, come on man, you gotta pick it up now.
Hey,
This is
Izzy,
where you gotta win
Fifth
it.
round.
Let's go. Yes, look, he's gasping.
He wants to be on top
Go,
of
It's getting hot in here.
Let's go. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But it's getting. It must be getting hot in there too. Like,
Yeah.
it's getting hot everywhere,
We're
bro.
fucking hot.
I don't think they gave it 10-10 for round 3. I think it's 2-2 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I
Whoa.
reckon two. I reckon two.
They
2 and 2.
really give even.
So look,
2 and
have
2.
it on
2 and
as well.
2.
Oh, okay.
Shut up,
Aaron's our boy.
Bronster. What the fuck, Bronstetter? I don't even know what that is.
No, I think that's a fair call. It could be 2-2. So this is the money.
I
round.
reckon 2-2. 2-2. This is the money round, right?
Now we're definitely going to have some ridiculous scorecards coming our way.
Yeah,
I'm
of
sure.
course.
He's got it. Jan's
If
gonna go for
Israel
another.
doesn't do something to knock him out,
Yeah, he has to
knock
do
him
something.
down or something,
Yeah.
Make it
he's not going to
absolute.
get it. Like, they won't.
So Izzy's got to keep it standing
Yeah.
and just.
Izzy's
Yeah,
got
he's
to
gonna
drop
go
him
take
one
his shot.
time. He just drops
Yeah.
him one time and then we're on.
Oh, good strikes. He's
Right now.
How good is this Israel?
Just goes to show how good Jan is,
Oh.
though. Izzy didn't drop him. I mean, the Polish power is a tough guy.
He still hasn't got like good connect though yet.
He's doing a good
He's
good
doing
job
all
not
the
to get
good
picked off
touching,
himself,
all the good
you know?
touching and moving.
Playing quite conservative. He's a good feint though as well.
Ooh.
There was a Nunes feint.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, they're right over him. Oh, yeah,
I actually want to see that question mark kick on.
Yes,
There you go.
yes.
You're not going down low and you're
That
ripping
question
up.
mark wants to go on that right side of
Yeah.
Jan so badly.
Even from orthodox.
From the
he's got
start, he can do it off the front leg,
Yeah.
the same as he got
Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it, guys?
Pati
Yes, oh, there
the
was
same
that, yeah.
one. That's the same one. Or he can do it off the other side too. Whether he walks forward with a fake cross or backwards.
Do you think Izzy's quite exhausted too?
Yeah.
Battling
course.
a heavier guy?
Of course.
That last round.
He's
being
working
underground.
so much harder. It's
He
just
hides it well though. He
that
does hide
backhand.
it well.
He's got good
He's-
poker face. Just that backhand.
Jan's
of
going to try
Jan.
and take him down
Look
soon.
at the backhand of Jan. It's like
Oh, he
it's
took one.
never, never
Don't
coming
fucking be
up.
lazy.
The question mark kick surely going to.
Jan's going to take him down, surely. Izzy should try and take him down.
Izzy's looking a bit tired. What's he doing?
Oh, he's tired.
What's he?
He's
Pulling that drunken
Drunken
mask.
Here we go.
No! No!
He's too close.
Get
Get up, Izzy. Get
No,
up.
he's not going to be able to.
Ah!
fuck.
Fuck!
That's it.
I tell you what,
No,
it's a
Israel.
triangle, but you've got to get a good wrist control.
Unless he triangles him.
He has
The
got.
wrong
He
edge.
has
Oh,
got.
we go.
He has got it.
You get that? Bring
You
those
gotta
legs
do the
up.
setup.
Rubber guard, bring him
But-
up.
Really good set it up.
But Jan's very.
Yeah, as if he's gonna get a fucking triangle
Very
on
good.
Jan.
Just get up, bro. Just get up.
That's
Come
what he's
on,
going
Israel.
to. Why didn't they warn him?
Come on,
to stay away.
Israel. Just get up. Get up, son.
But what happens if it's a draw?
Then
Oh.
Jan keeps it.
Ooh.
Then nothing. Then nothing happens.
So it's not a loss or a defeat, it's just a draw, right? Does your record change?
Only a win counts.
Yeah, only
The belt
remember
won't
that
change.
change.
Only a win counts for the belt. You'll still have
Yeah, but
something
once
on your
your record,
record.
just-
You have
just-
something on your record,
but it's not
it
lost, it's
doesn't
just a
change
draw.
the belt.
Yeah.
Get
They
up.
only
He
care
needs to
about the
force
belt.
himself up. Get
Well, it
up
could
on
be
the
a draw.
fence.
Fuck, who called a draw? Who the fuck called a draw between Jan and Izzy? Who would have called a draw?
This will be his first loss too.
But it's not. Because everyone was calling if it went to points, it would be Izzy. But it's not going to be because he's doing the lumping.
No, he's been.
Oh man,
Unless it's-
serious?
unless he won the first three.
Split
The
decision.
judges are
that's the
so
only way.
crazy. The judges
If
could
this-
say that Jan
If
won
this
on one.
finishes and he wins, then it's going to be split decision.
Yeah,
At
but well,
best.
Yeah,
points
third
wise,
round, yeah.
Yes.
Izzy should win by a split, but
But
you
that
never know.
depends on what you
There's
score.
no way Jan could get it.
That
There's no
depends
way
on what
Jan-
you score.
Oh, yeah, it's either split.
If you're
it's either
Cecil
split.
Peoples with your wrestling.
No, it's either split Adesanya or a draw.
Did he win the first three?
Can't be a win to
He's
Jan.
not letting him up. This isn't going to
I think they might have scored that third round for Jan.
Yeah, so it's either split
It
or a
was-
draw.
As for, like in terms of
There's no way it'll be anything else.
my 5 minute assumption was I
Yes.
thought it was 2-2 going into the fifth.
Yeah, so that means it'll be a draw in the
No, two
Not
and two
if
and
one
then
guy
the last
wins,
Yeah, then
The
it'll be
round.
unanimous for.
standing on top of them for the whole fucking round.
If Jan wins, I give up.
Yeah,
I'm
give
gonna
up.
jump off. I'm gonna jump off the balcony.
Lucky it's only one story. I'm gonna jump off the balcony
so
too.
this is
It's a
like
strong
this is
finish.
all Jan.
Yeah,
last two
good
rounds.
finish. Yeah, good finish from
Oh,
him.
that'll be Izzy's first loss.
But
I suspect they've given the last three to Jan.
okay, should we turn up the sound or?
No, keep going. The views are going
Yes.
good. Yeah.
I just
Bro,
I just like I said, split decision.
you reckon?
Izzy, or a draw. It can't be Jan. Can't be.
Depends if they gave
I
the
think
third round to Izzy. or
If
not.
it's 2-2, then Israel's lost.
Yeah.
If he had 3 and he could get away with that last round, then yay.
But there's no way on
The
any
thing I love
judge's
about
scorecard.
this the most
No.
though,
Israel's lost the
is-
last 2.
Yeah.
he's like 20 kilos lighter than him and he looks bigger. But not
Like
It
freaky
sucks when
fight.
it
not so much
Freaky
there,
fight.
but everywhere else, much bigger.
Oh, yeah, it's a good fight, man.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good fight, man. Jan really showed his caliber.
Yeah, I have a lot more respect for Jan now.
Yeah,
He,
actually-
like, that's grit. And
Both those
Shit,
2
5
takedowns in the
rounds.
final rounds.
Can you
He's
imagine
doing
going
left
5
hook.
rounds of Jan?
Israel pulled.
I
and he
can't
just grabbed
imagine
his
going 5
splits
rounds
and
with
threw.
Israel.
Can't imagine going 2 minutes of fucking Jan. What is it?
You can still win it. Depends on that 3rd round.
Yeah, it's all if one of those rounds went one or the other.
You know, John Jones shouldn't have won his last fight.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
cool. That's cool.
I agree with that, yeah.
So who do you reckon had it, guys?
Only problem is we were talking so much shit. I missed a couple of those rounds.
You know what? Israel was whipping.
No, I just
The
like I
first
said,
2 rounds.
I don't think Jan's
I remember the first 2 rounds I saw it.
points wise,
Israel
there's no way
was
Israel
was
2.
ass.
I don't know about
We
the
went to
first.
sleep.
It's
in the
either a
third
draw
round.
or a
Yeah,
split.
That's
we
a
were
bloody
talking-
money round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the top.
Look,
But if
not
it's a
much
That's
draw.
hump day.
It's a draw, no belts change, right? No belts
That's
change.
right.
Yeah.
And as he doesn't have a loss.
He keeps his belt. Doesn't matter.
So it's kind of like best, well, not best.
Well, he gets a loss,
There you
but doesn't really count.
Bruce Buffer.
Is it unanimous?
Struggling the balls off.
Ah, that's
49-45.
Yes.
that's way
Is
too
it?
much. No, it's the yarn.
What?
49-45.
He spent a whole round on top of him, man.
But
Once they go-
49-45, there must be a 10-8
Yeah,
in
they-
there in that last round or something. 49. You think he won
Really?
4 rounds?
That's the way it is.
49-45 means that he won 4 and then one was a 10-8.
I just,
Or he won 3 and the one was a 10-8.
but like,
This will be good for him. It's unfortunate, but
It's very-
it's good for him.
Nah, so all this means now is he has to do an Anderson. If he wants another go at that, he has to do like a
He's
get
the
like a
fight.
lower tier,
Yeah.
a middle tier, a high tier.
I don't think it's like, I just don't think he won. I thought it was like a draw or a split. Or,
But they're fighting for his belt.
Yeah.
yeah, but in rugby, if you score more points,
But
than
it's not
somebody-
rugby.
But is he scored more points?
But that doesn't mean shit if your points don't mean as much as your
No,
big.
I'll tip my hat to Jan winning those last rounds.
Yeah,
I'm going to
he's,
rewatch the third
he
round.
did- I am completely in agreement with John here because I missed some and I can't. But everything I saw, even though more of what I saw was for Israel, and he looked gassed as shit. But he
Yeah, I'm probably
Did-
wrong the last
what?
2 rounds. I just thought maybe the in between the 3rd round was a clincher, and then Izzy run the first 2.
Look, he's not a bad guy to lose.
He's gonna get a rematch. He's gonna get a rematch easy because that wasn't like a one-sided thing. It was a competitive fight, and Israel had to go back down, do some middleweight
Tell
bullshit,
you what,
and then
John
come back
Jones
up.
is going to swing back into the mix, beat this guy, and Israel's going to get a second crack at John Jones.
If he does that,
I feel that's-
it will happen.
That's my
But,
prophecy.
but does John Jones do that when he's like 250 something, trying to hit pads like a fucking ox?
Yeah, man. Just can't bother doing that.
Hell the fuck?
John Jones is going to be niggling him
He's
now.
250 something. How the
Is he
fuck
that
does
big
he
now?
get down to
Yeah,
205?
He's not gonna want to do that.
What next
He's
for Jan though?
massive.
What next for Jan? What does Jan do next?
Well, there's a few of them there.
Whoever's next, the whole division's his
There's some
again.
tough guys. man.
Israel's
Oh, you'll
gone.
fight Alexander
Israel has
Rakic.
to do
Oh,
it
he's gonna
again.
talk to
Yeah, he
Israel.
has
Oh.
to fight Rakic.
Should we mute this or hear him?
He's a good.
Eh?
He's a really good.
No, we'll keep talking. We'll just keep talking. We can watch this later.
Yeah.
I mean, good to hear Izzy, but
Ah, man, I feel for the boy. Yeah.
What's he sipping on?
He's like, oh shit, I'm not allowed, alright, never mind.
He knows though. He knows that like it's probably
Yeah.
not the greatest decision, but
It's not even. I don't think it's even about that for him. I can't hear anything he's saying, so I don't know. But I think he's not that disappointed with the thing. He's just a little bit gutted with that he couldn't seal the deal. But
It's not for
It's-
his title. It's
he was challenging for the other guy's title. He hasn't
First
lost
loss.
any of his shit.
It's his first loss, so he's not a bad guy to lose. He's a
So-
decent guy. It's not like he
Yeah.
just lost to John Jones.
Yeah,
who he doesn't like.
Exactly.
he still got paid too, right? You know, like you say, it's cheater make it better.
Yeah,
Cheater make it better.
cheddar makes it better.
And he probably would have got paid
They would've
probably a
got
couple million
good
cheater.
pay-per-view money from this.
And it was close,
Easy.
you know, like
Otherwise.
It was
Easy.
close,
And you
wasn't
think
it?
about the views that are coming on this, and who the fuck are
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
Imagine
No,
how many views are
would've
going
got-
on
he would have
that.
got paid at least $1 million for this. Hey.
Oh,
Like
I've
appearance.
never asked him, obviously. Yeah,
Like
No,
It's,
see how the
it's
card
public,
goes
it's
up,
public
yeah.
knowledge. It
Yeah,
comes
we can
out,
look at that.
yeah.
come out in the
The
stats.
only thing they don't disclose is the pay-per-view money.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah,
They
yeah.
don't
The
always
points.
So
They
what
don't,
we
they
see
don't,
is-
don't disclose the points.
So
So
that's a bit of a fraction.
I guarantee
think
you
because of that,
he's-
it's a fraction.
like, dude, these cats used to get like 850 and stuff like 5 years ago
Yeah.
for like appearance. Not even that's
So what
just
are they
show
getting now?
money. I reckon this.
$5
cat-
million?
Yeah,
I'd be more-
I
I'd
reckon
be
not
closer
even
to that
including
than to
points.
one.
Not even
So
including points.
you look at something like this, right? And now that he's had his first loss, he doesn't need to worry about that anymore. That
Yeah.
goes. That's what we're talking about before.
Semi, because he also did a sort of shoot yourself in the foot thing. Like, okay, right, I haven't technically had my first loss because it's in some other guy's division. That's not my division. I just went to like ring in, have a go, but that's just a token thing. I'm not saying that's what he's gonna do, but there's always an avenue for doing that.
Yeah, like Max
I
Holloway.
know for myself, if I'm fighting someone that has like a massive aura about them or a massive reputation and I have to go and kill that, then if I didn't kill it and he didn't waste me, then I've just killed the whole thing of him being the waste everyone guy. So I had my little small win and whatnot. So.
Yeah, he makes some
But
sense.
but in reality, that's nothing. That's only.
No, I mean just for him.
Yeah, so it's
mentally,
not a, you know,
he
it's
doesn't
like,
have to keep chasing that.
Yeah,
Zero.
it doesn't put him out of the mix.
No,
Like
absolutely not.
he's well within that conversation. It's not a point of.
And it wasn't a thrashing.
And full respect to this guy
Yeah.
because he was getting a hiding for
Yeah.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
He was gassed as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's gasping for air. He's struggling. He's probably thinking, "Oh
So
my
you're saying
god,
it's not
I
a-
just
Yeah.
won this fucking thing."
so it's
and
not
now
a big deal for Izzy to
not at
even
all.
win.
He hasn't lost any stock.
No.
Not at all. That's it. Like that's the beauty
Like-
of leaving your ground.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just-
100%.
Test it out. Whatever. It doesn't work. Meh.
Well, you think about it, like Dominic Reyes just went 5 rounds with John Jones and arguably beat him. Then he fought Young and got slept in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And then Izzy moves up and comes in 5 pounds underweight.
And then they all do the comparison
And
thing.
it-
And
it's
it's
so
like, yo,
close.
you did that
Yeah,
guy
he
in 2
got
rounds.
touched.
You couldn't even do me. And
Luckily,
and
Yeah,
then,
true.
so you got that
hugged him
argument
for 2
all day
rounds, You know
long.
what I mean? That's a reality. He hugged him for 2 rounds to get
And
the
it's
win.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
So fair.
everyone,
fair play to him.
yeah. It's like philosophy. You just have to say the argument. You don't have to say whether it's right or
Yeah,
wrong.
true.
You just have to show how you got there.
Be interesting to see what happens next. So will Izzy obviously go back down and fight Whitaker or someone else?
Well,
wants to-
that's
he
his
wants to
division.
stand in it,
That's
right?
his
Yeah.
belt. He'll
He said he
have
wants
to do
Just maybe
that.
Darren Till.
He wants that,
I'd love
but
to see him fight Darren too.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
think-
cool.
Good fun.
I think it would be a fun fight.
I think
I
Till
think-
gets slept.
I don't think that's I don't think that's a worthwhile fight for Israel.
So
I
do you
think
think
I think
though?
that's a token
Do you think though?
It's a bit of a fan
showstopper.
fight.
Izzy can move up weights.
Yeah.
Young's just
Definitely worth it for
Young's just a
numbers.
beater. Young will just beat anyone. He'll stop anyone.
Yeah.
He's a
Well, there's always someone that comes through.
He's the rope man.
There's records.
He'll fucking hang
He's
you.
gonna change his name to
Yeah.
the wrong thing.
He is the rope.
Shit, that rope is good luck. Eh?
Yeah.
But he's a good guy.
Yeah, fucking
And yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great human being.
You know?
And that's what you can't be anything but happy for him.
Yeah.
Even though Israel's our guy, and if it was anyone else, I'd be fucked off.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh well, nah, bullshit. That was bullshit. Nah, and then, but he's so nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's doing a little.
I was almost feeling sorry for him in the first 3 rounds when he's like gasping for air.
Just a question. Do you think it had anything to do with like Israel being in Auckland last week? Like maybe he wasn't as fresh?
Yeah,
Slightly.
He looked a bit tired in the weigh-ins.
when you travel and you don't acclimate to the local environment that quick, because usually it's like 2 weeks is a good time.
Time zone's 3 days.
Yeah.
Time zone's 3 days. Atmosphere is a week.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I don't think whatever impact it had, I don't think Israel would have done it any other way because Junior's part of the team, right? And he'd been an integral part of his
feed
training.
off that as well.
Yeah,
Feed off
and
energy.
you need each other to be, and he wouldn't have not been there for his boys, just like all of you guys wouldn't be there.
And
for
then you
each
can't
other,
get it
right?
perfect, right? You can go in a
Of
long
course,
time
and you
and something doesn't
And this
click,
is
you
and
can't
this is the
sleep.
same. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I've
You
never
have a
given
bottle
stop
of
to chat
wine.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never ever like even opened the. I think you can't even open the door for that. You know, like if as an individual, as a fighter, like the last 2 times I fought for Brave, my travel time to get there, that was like 5 days out from the fight on top of a weight cut. You know, you're weight cutting on the plane.
Yeah.
That was like 35, 40-hour travels. Like you know, 3 flights kind of thing. And you
Yeah.
just get to the, and by the time
But
you
it's just
sleep
part
there,
and
you've been
parcel.
up 3 days.
Yeah, but
you
you
just-
know that going in as the dog,
Yeah.
right? Because you're like, all right, sweet. So all these people are gonna have this stuff stacked against me. So I'm
Yeah,
going
worse,
in there as the dog. So if so I don't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm here to compete.
Yeah.
So
It was a short
And-
turnaround time, man. I did see Izzy looking a little bit sleepy at the presser.
yeah.
Mate,
I
we'll
think it's part of the
always
swag,
we'll always look at idiosyncrasies.
But it doesn't mean shit. Cause the boy won.
Yeah.
How long was Jan there in Abu Dhabi or whatever? Like,
No,
where was this?
Vegas.
yeah, how long
That
was
was in
Jan there in Vegas for?
I don't know, it was
I think
way
he's been
quick
training
turnaround.
in the States, eh? I think he trains in the States.
So you
now.
get that edge, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
For
what do you
Izzy.
mean, like in terms of like elevation or
Yeah, all
like
that, yeah.
altitude levels?
Yeah,
I don't think it's that.
Oh, what for Vegas?
Like,
Nah,
what's
there's
What's the
no
difference between
altitude.
altitude?
Nah, there's no
Yeah,
altitude in Vegas.
So that's
I
why
think
they go
it's
up
2,000
into
feet,
the
but it
mountains.
doesn't.
The boxers go up into the
It's not
mountains.
out-
to
there's
get
no
that.
I think
altitude
it's
in
just
Vegas.
time variances.
There's altitude in Utah
Colorado.
and
And it's
Colorado,
funny you
but
say
there's
that
no-
though, because I don't know if you watched the recent interview of Eugene. He said Izzy sleeps anywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just
Oh, that's
falls
good. He can
asleep.
shut off.
He just
Yeah.
falls asleep no matter where he is or what we do. And fuck man, they travel a lot. And he just said he sleeps anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Cool.
do it too. I'll
Should we have the
play
scene?
gym in the
Yeah, bro.
morning.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Till next time. Till next UFC. Take care.
From Isaac's.
Pleasure.
Oh, bro, Neil, it's so good to meet you. Probably.
That
Thank
was
you.
awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, guys. That was
Thanks,
awesome getting to watch with you.
Oh.
Nice to meet you, John, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you.